We find ourselves in the Brotherhood common room. Jamie, well, Lycan, doing his interpretive dance and blessing people. You also notice that there's behind him, trying to almost shadow his movements, is a very eager, spectral horse who's doing more or less badly imitating his moves. Well, actually, let's see. Make a performance. Come on.
Let's roll the game.
Come on, let's roll the game.
13.
Ooh.
That's not bad. Plus 3, 16.
Oh, and he gets the bonus.
Oh, that's even better. Another 6.
Hey, nice.
Oh,
That's pretty decent actually. Mamba is through the short few weeks. You know,
he's rude if I didn't guide him though, wouldn't it?
Oh yeah.
Well, whilst he was doing his best. Come on, Mamba, you can.
So he goes. You give him the extra push
and the extra 4.
Oh. You know, like you might have some competition aids if you're being upstaged by a horse. Crazy, but with the common room, is there anything you guys like to discuss? The slot bot has been, well, the automaton, the brandy bot is
being worked on.
Being worked on, and is currently dragged out of the room. We have your boy, the Flesh Golem Patches. He's still walking around the room. He's offering drinks.
There's also another 12 people offering drinks.
Yeah. Oh, yes, there is. What do they look like?
They're all wearing hoods, so you can't see.
Okay, so there's some hooded figures that are walking around and also offering you drinks, and Patches seems to look around.
Do they speak?
No, they don't speak. Patches looks around, and he's got his little flip book that is his only way of communicating to you guys, and he goes, and it flips up going, "Who are all these people? I'm out of a job."
I don't know, but I'll find out for you, Patch. I'll go up to one. Where's your Brotherhood membership? Where's he got one?
He's got like a badge.
I don't remember.
Where's your 20 gold? Where's your 20 gold?
I say, Mac, these are my invitees. They are our wine servers.
I say, old boy, are you sure they're not
Yes,
assassins
yes,
trying to
join
poison
us.
everybody? Maybe I should try all their drinks just to make sure they're safe for consumption.
That sounds like a good plan.
Okay.
You can't have any spies coming into the
So
Brotherhood.
are they members of the Brotherhood?
These are members of these are the Brotherhoods. You know,
So you paid for their membership?
I did.
And there's 12 of us, that's 240 gold.
Patches taps you
From my last increase of 3,000. I
Yeah,
did.
Jamie. Patches taps you on the shoulder.
If the ones who had part of the 3,000,
And then he
should be
turns to the
240 on top.
You're in charge of them.
Well,
Patches.
money's money, isn't it? Mainly.
And then he goes around them and he flips up his little notebook and it says "chop chop" along his notebook, and then he goes into the corner and just sits down, and then he pulls out a magazine of the Bard Awards and the Bard Awards.
Okay.
So there's a guy with a it's a bard with about several instruments strapped to his body on the front cover, and it seems to be in Undercommon, so I don't know if you'd be able to read. Yeah, but you see more or less anybody who looks over in that corner. However, with that, a rat scurries into the Brotherhood common room, and everybody sees this rat. Does anybody want to do anything about the rat? It's holding a little bit of paper in its mouth.
Does this remind you of that rat's body that we saw a few weeks ago near the portals?
I say, Patches, what have I told you about rats in here?
Patches pulls down his magazine, looks at you, and he goes, and then he gestures to one of the lesser Patches.
Can I grab one of the paper off the rat?
Yes, you can. The rat stops in the middle of the room and holds up, and if you go near it, it'll offer you the paper.
Fine, take it.
Cool. On the paper, it basically is a quest that's been brought directly to you, and when you read it, it says, "Excuses, Sigil, I've run into a bit of misfortune. Most of my bodyguards and chaperones have been murdered. I fear whatever has killed them will surely come for me next, so I require as many able-bodied muscle you can muster, or my head may be next on the pike. Those who accept will be rewarded handsomely. All we have to do is keep me and my last remaining establishment safe until the mass murder has been stopped. I'll offer you 2,000 krakens each.
Krakens.
Yours sincerely, Lawrence Lax.
Are they like big monsters? Because we could do with 2,000 krakens.
What, is
That
it
would
an
really help
army?
the guild. An army of krakens. Well, 2,000 krakens sounds
I've
great.
got a feeling krakens is their form of currency.
Where would you store that many? Do you have a lake or anything?
Well, just around the guild.
Patches, old boy. Patches.
Paul puts his magazine down.
Krakens. What value are they? Are they platinum? Are they coppers? Are they silvers or golds? Have you ever heard of them?
He puts his magazine down and he pulls out his little flip note and he goes, "Dunno."
Oh, okay.
Are you bored, Patches?
He looks at you and he looks down solemnly, and then he looks around at all the people doing his job, and he looks back at you, and then he flips up the notebook and he goes, "Maybe."
I'm sure he's doing some self-reflection, Mac. We should all do that sometime.
Just bring him
shouldn't
along.
Patches, have you read my books yet, old boy?
Perhaps.
He
There should be
flips
no
up, he
demarcation.
flips up and he goes,
demarcation.
"Yes."
Somebody doing somebody else's job.
Torn, and,
Patches is in charge of them. He's just been promoted.
if you'd like
Have
to
you told him that?
maybe
I just
start
told
the
him.
library and be the library
Why is he
master,
sitting down
because,
reading a
I
magazine?
mean,
I don't
very
know, I
bright.
told him he was in
You
charge
could
of them.
absorb all
That's
this
how.
information and help us immensely.
Did you ask him if he wanted to be in charge of them?
He goes, "Does that
Perhaps you
include
should be more
magazines?"
considerate.
Oh, of course,
Sensitivity
It's
training
a
would be
vital form of
bad.
media.
Yes, of course, the sensitivity training.
So why don't you ask Patches if he wants to be in charge?
Patches,
If he
you
wants
happy with
them.
your new promotion?
He goes, "So."
See, he said he was okay.
I
That's
think
not okay.
Patches is going
What
to
do
take
you
on
want
the
to do,
library.
Patches? You've been here a while now. You've done an admirable job. You're looking a bit disheartened. What is it you want to do?
It's going to take a lot of pages.
He goes over a couple of pages. He goes, "I want to see a performance."
I'm offended.
You see that every day, do you not, Patches?
I literally
A
see
different
this all.
performance to get perspective.
Oh,
I say,
Is the Dance of the Wild Horseman not good enough? It's an original.
I want to see how it compares to the rest of the planes.
So we should take him with us.
No. Patches,
Yeah.
if we gave you some time off,
Time off.
yeah, and
Is that his eyes light up?
and you could go and explore Sigil.
He slowly flips up a page that says,
We'll fund you.
Really?
Yeah.
He reaches around his chair and he gets a little hat that he puts on his head, and then he goes,
Now, you know the rule about Sigil.
"Yes." ... Don't
Don't do anything wrong. Don't get into trouble, and don't break anything.
I will never break anything.
Great.
And then he goes,
There is, interestingly, in Sigil, there is somebody who creates and fixes golems. Not that you're broken.
Not safe. ...
Perhaps you wanted a companion.
He just
Yes.
uses that same page again.
Yes. He goes,
Well, why don't you go to the golem constructor person? There is one in Sigil. And go and perhaps interact with them and sort of say that you're part of the Brotherhood, you're based out of the guild, and you're potentially in the market for another golem.
He's not going to buy a partner, is he?
No, but you have to pay for them.
It sounds very.
"I don't know how that would go as a golem."
To be honest, Patches, I think you're far too bright to be able to spend a lot of time with.
Darn right I am.
Exactly.
I don't get enough credit.
No, well, I'm giving you credit, old boy. You are very, very smart indeed, and hard-working and conscientious.
He seems to have an existential crisis.
I literally gave you a staff. Patches.
Yeah, bad I am.
Do you think if we got some sort of
That's what it is.
scrying device, you could work it, Patches? Because then you could, tune in everywhere and see every performance that whenever you wanted to. Maybe we could fit it into a box or something and mount it somewhere, and you could like stare into it and scry.
You've done scrying before.
Yeah, we can make some kind of mirror of that device.
Oh, mirrors! Oh, that'd be a fantastic idea.
A mirror of scrying. Perhaps even give Patches
Would that
some
suit, or would
scrolls
you
with
actually
plane
want to
checks or
be
something
there?
from Patches if something goes wrong.
It's up to you, Patches. What do you want?
I'll take a day off.
Okay. Do you need some money?
She needs a certain.
He doesn't even flip a bird. I think he goes.
How much money would you like?
100.
I take 500 gold pieces out. You
Puts it
burn.
on his tray
You
next
burn
to
tonight.
him.
Here.
Don't spend it all at once.
But
Ah,
enjoy.
You can.
But enjoy.
Okay, so Patches with his hat on, he stands up, he grabs a tiny little suitcase, and then he puts his notes in the suitcase.
Will you be back
And
tomorrow?
his golden.
Will you be back tomorrow?
He nods at you because he's already put his notes away.
Patches, don't forget to try gambling. It's awfully good fun.
He turns.
But
to you.
work out the odds first, because you'd be very smart. You'd be very good at gambling. So just observe the game, work it out, yes, and have a wager. You might turn that 500 gold into 50,000 gold, and that'd be amazing, wouldn't it? Imagine what 50,000 gold could buy, eh, Lycan? Couldn't it, Jess? Yes.
So Patches goes to the door and turns around and he salutes you, and then he walks off calmly and with a bit of spring in his otherwise fleshy, bulbous steps.
So maybe we should focus on the quest rather than
The rat sits there, hands crossed, his little hands are crossed, and looks up at you.
Yeah, I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to Melee.
Oh, yes, sorry.
This one was the quest.
You have the note, do you not?
Yes, I know, it's really interesting.
So who is this Lawrence Lack? Has anyone heard of him before?
I've never heard of him.
Anyone?
Well,
It sounds like your sort of thing, Sid.
I would love to focus, but I can't help but think we'll never see Patches again. He's very bright, and he said he agreed to come back tomorrow. And of
We're
course,
not talking
the
about
day
Patches
after
today.
today, but it'll be tomorrow. Will he ever come back?
The rat starts squeaking in distress.
I'll let my
I don't
know, Lawrence.
snake go after him.
Do you speak?
What?
Do you speak common?
The rat does not. It's not it doesn't have a band on its head.
You
This
may
one
go.
scurries off. A snake is following the rat out of the door.
So, anyone heard of galleons? No, krakens.
No.
I've heard of krakens, but not
I
that
think
sort.
I think you're right. I think it's more likely to be a currency
I would
than
have thought so.
payment by animals.
I would agree.
We're not in the business of keeping a zoo, are we, Mac?
I'm looking at the horse, I'm looking at the hyena, I'm looking at Deirdre and Deirdre's double.
Oh
Yeah, I'm looking at Farron.
I just like no brandy here, Sid.
And then I look at Mealy.
one of the same horns.
Yeah. We're all very normal here.
Sure.
Well, it sounds like we have to protect someone. Is there anything we need to do to prepare? I'm always ready for combat, but do the rest of you need time?
I'm ready to go, old boy.
Get enough
Are you
brandy,
sure- Are you
Sid.
sure you're
There's enough brandy in the entire multiverse to be enough, but I've had sufficient to be able to stretch forward and.
Yeah, we can tell you're starting to talk a bit more. Yes.
Yes, it's fine. Do I ever talk any less? This is the honest
We wish.
Sometimes my mind just drifts, Sid, and who knows?
Sorry, when is Tim coming?
I don't know where Tim is.
Let him quit the guild.
No, he was. No, he didn't.
He come back after sensitivity training.
He didn't.
Of course.
He was much more amenable after he had the sensitivity training.
Shall we head off now?
You can do. I really want to know what that bloody dwarf's name is. Whatever he is, dwarf, but not dwarf. What is he?
Is it Lawrence?
He was a dwarf, yeah.
Dwarf.
Well, I did ask the God of Knowledge for you, and he said that he did not know.
Well, that doesn't sound like you asked the right God of knowledge.
He was the God of Knowledge.
Well, ask another one.
I can ask my god.
Your God's going to say smash you in the face.
It's worth a try, isn't it?
Aaron, I thought that you could only talk to the Volibear in the north.
Well, it's sort of.
No, don't ask him.
houses.
He has no idea
Oh,
what's
okay.
going on.
Maybe.
Interesting.
It's worth a try.
Interesting.
I'll go to the window. Is there a window in the corridor?
Yeah, there's a window.
So I lift the window up and I just quietly lean
Quietly.
out and I just yell,
Yeah.
"For the wilds!" And I try and compose myself after that and see if I can make a connection. So I get it's worth a try.
I'm going to help out. She's going to wander up there and prestidigitation, so a little puff of almost snowy cold air just blows in through the
I'll
window.
do formatage for a bit like you, a bit of thunder. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel really good about
Is
myself.
it working, old boy?
He said, "Dave."
Who's Dave?
The dwarf. He said it was Dave.
Oh, well, we want the wages.
Common dwarf name.
I'm sure it's Timmy now.
Okay.
Shall we go to the portal room then, chaps?
That's where the dwarf was, correct?
Yep.
Well, we can find out.
Okay.
Have we got a mission?
We
By the
do,
way,
yeah.
your snake comes slithering back to you in panic.
Panic.
Yes, in panic.
What's the matter, old boy?
Is he talking to a snake again?
Yeah.
Right.
My snake's far too long.
It goes up your
So
arm.
a very familiar little voice calls out, "Oi! Who sent a snake after me, rats?"
I think that's for you, sis.
What sort of snake was it?
Oh, it was a snake that looked more like a familiar to me.
What colour was it?
Oh, he'd be very, very pleased to hear that. But
He's a familiar snake.
I don't have a familiar snake, unfortunately.
What colour was the familiar snake?
I didn't get to see it, but the rats, they were all like, "Oh, there's a snake, please, mister." Anyway, so you coming out or not?
We can come out to play, can't we?
Could have sworn one of me rats gave you a little something.
Well, I don't know about you, but I want to know what these cougars are.
Oh, it smells nice.
Yes.
Krakens.
Yes.
Shall we go down to this plane then?
These kangaroos, let's go and get some of them.
So the
Grab a bottle of
dwarf,
brandy.
the familiar Ratomancer dwarf walks in, and he looks at you all and he goes, "Come on then, this guy's been bugging me all week."
And you're only giving it the note to us now?
God's got it useless.
Well, the note's been sticking around for a couple of days, but he's been bugging me the entire week.
What's he been saying to you?
He's been saying, first off, start of the week, and come on, you better follow me, because we haven't got time to dilly-dally. So he walks out the room, and then he goes, so first off, he calls me on Monday. And
What
then,
does he call you?
Well, he opens a portal, and there's a dedicated portal in Bilgewater, and he goes to this portal, and then he goes, "Please help me, one of my bodyguards has died." Next day, "Please help me, one of my bodyguards has died." Next day, "Please help me, 5 of my bodyguards have died."
That sounds serious.
That's a lot of bodyguards.
Is that why
It's not 12, but it's a lot of bodyguards.
It's at least 7.
He needs to change the way that he hires bodyguards, right?
He does, but apparently there's 2,000 krakens in it for each of you, so...
What's a kraken worth?
Kraken... I thought it'd be similar to gold.
Not platinum.
No, not platinum.
It could be platinum.
Who's paying that amount of platinum for anything, really?
Well, he's paying it for his life, is he not? Surely his life is worth it.
Unskilled labour.
If
And
you see
he's
Bill's
bugging
watching...
you say?
Hmm?
He's annoying you.
Yes.
What's it worth to you for him not to bug you anymore?
Good
I already told you I'm not going to give away my name.
Why?
Because that defeats the point of the game, doesn't it? If I just go, "Oh yes, if you do
Yeah,
this
but
thing
when
for
you
me,"
die, we won't know what to put on your headstone.
oh, you can put whatever you want on my headstone.
Oh, Mac, I get it. You
Trust
want
me,
to know his
there's
name.
a
I thought
reason.
you wanted us to go and kill the guy so
There-
we wouldn't bug him anymore.
There's a reason. I don't want you to know my
Easy
name.
job about his bodyguards.
It's because I hate
you're
my name.
wanted.
No, it's because I hate my name.
Is it Dave?
No, it's not Dave.
Is it Tim?
No.
Is it
I
Freddy?
told you it wasn't Tim.
And he's fitting.
Do we only get a certain amount
Inside
of
check.
guesses per
You
day?
can keep guessing all you want. All you have, son.
Well, I've got 3 hours.
Well,
I do not have 3
I'm
hours.
going
gonna
to
go through-
immediately throw you out of the portal if you are standing there for 3 hours trying to guess my name, and I bet you still won't guess my name.
Wow.
I would like to go through the portal at a time.
Cool. Would you all like to go through the portal and go to this wonderful, smelly, seasick town, I guess?
You're not advertising it very well, are you?
Well, no, but 2,000 krakens is 2,000 krakens, isn't it?
2,000 platinum.
It's not bad.
Just for reference, a port. Can we smell the other side from this side or not?
Well, as you get to it, and he opens the portal, yeah, you're kind of hit with the smell of fish.
Even before we go through.
Before we go through.
Okay, I will cast Good Brewing.
What? What?
I can change.
What?
And I
Good berry.
I instantly eat one.
Yeah.
And then whoever's not gone through will hand one. I assume.
I've gone through for you.
I'll throw one through the portal at Lycan.
Okay, yeah.
And then I'll give one to each of you, so that's 6.
Just one?
So I have. Yes, just one.
Cool, that was our daily morning breakfast then.
Yeah,
Nice.
so I have
Fills
4
for the
left.
day.
Cool.
And I say,
You know, I got inspired by Tim actually.
Yeah, it was good, wasn't it?
Well, I mean, you should try it.
Oh,
And I just stare at you.
Now, should tell you something. He said to meet him at the Bushy Beard. So somewhere in town. He's
Fantastic.
We're right by a bushy beard.
Yes.
We're at 2 bushy beards.
Splendid.
My
Bushy
beard
beard.
is
It
pristine.
is every day it gets to.
I'm sure you like the Bushy Beard. I haven't been there myself, but I'd imagine it's the kind of place for.
it does smell like Krakens here, actually.
It certainly does. I don't want to open the portal any longer. Will you guys just go in the portal?
Oh, yeah, I've gone through here.
Yeah, we've got
Cool. Are you all in the portal?
Through!
Nice. Excellent. So, you guys enter through the portal, and you, along with the immense stench of fish, you're sort of given through like a burst of the odd terribly sung shanty here and there.
Nice.
And you notice immediately that there seems to be some kind of hamlet town, but it's much bigger than that little hamlet village that you guys were at before. It's massive. You could almost call it a city or maybe an entire complex. And it seems to be on, well, as you look out, you can see the ocean quite clearly.
Okay.
And you see it's all wooden buildings, all lanterns, and they're all of varying geometries.
It's
like
a
some
dock, is it?
yeah, it's not quite. You're not quite at the dock, but you have the option to go up to the dock, and it seems like it goes further up. It seems like most of the buildings are precariously attached to this cliff side, more or less, and then it goes further down to the docks. Definitely, from where the sea is, you can get is the strongest that sense of rotting fish becomes, if you could even really call it fish.
Get a load of that. You'll sleep well tonight, Mac.
fresh country out.
I'm not sure if that's this place or you, Ryan.
I can't smell anything different.
The place is very busy. You see all sorts going around. Most of them are wearing leather sort of gear with and the rest are wearing like rags, more or less. People have peg legs, peg arms. Looks like they're quite battle scarred as well, a lot of them. And there's a load of trade, mostly in what appears to be fish meat. And there's also the odd tavern and bar further up as well. And you also see, interestingly enough, there's a woman on a horse. She wears a very fancy hat. She looks like the fanciest person in this city that you've seen so far. She's strolling along with a rapier, and behind her, being towed on a cart, is what appears to be some. Well, if you guys want to make a perception check.
I look for something different, so I'll make a different one.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's 20.
Nat 20. Nice. I'll take a 19. Awesome. So we've got 19, Nat 20.
I'll take my passive at 50.
Cool.
18.
Cool.
31.
Okay, so basically everyone sees this, and I'll get on to
Yeah, that's fine.
onto you after I've described it. But essentially, what you see on the cart is piled up quite neatly. It looks like cloth indented or like put over a person or a couple of people. There's like a dark red splotches of the cloth seemingly seeping with blood, and they don't smell particularly nice at all.
Does she seem to have anything on her that would visibly show that she was like a sheriff or?
But yes, she has like a badge on her left, like shoulder. That's it. Yeah. She has it on her shoulder, and she, like I said, she has the fancy rapier. And she's going around. She looks around. She looks at you guys, and she goes, "You seem new here."
As stepping in front of the two griffins and the Pegasus, I say, "Ma'am, what are you bringing here? You seem to be some kind of law enforcement."
Yes, I'm the sheriff of this town, and I'm one of the only bits of law you'll see in this lawless place. I have here the latest victims of, well, the slaughter dog slasher.
It was fate that we caught your eye. We have actually been sent here by the owner of an establishment to find this mass murderer.
Oh, really?
I thought it was just to protect him.
Do not listen to my companion.
If you want to, I guess, help out, I could. Well, I can't hire you. I'm quite low on funds.
That wasn't what I was asking. I was merely
What were you
interested to
asking?
see if we could get maybe some leads. And maybe we'll do your job for you, and you can have the fame to yourself catching up.
Well, there's no, and she tips her hat. There's no reason me not to. Essentially, well, the slasher, he's been a problem for a couple of months now. It all started one day when a group of jarl fishers, that's what I believe the folk call them down at the docks, hunters, neglected to return one day, and then the night after the first victim was gone. Didn't think of it as much at first, but there was a pattern, evidently. A week through, we were noticing there was more and more people that were, well, they had their lower sections, let's say, sliced open. And, well, they're all very messy scenes.
And is that what you have here? And I gesture towards the car.
Yes, it is.
Could one of my companions have a look at that?
Very well, and don't mind me as I look away. I'd rather not look at them again, but feel free.
As she looks away, detect thoughts.
Detect thoughts. Okay, so what can you gather from detect?
So without her making any save, I know her surface thoughts, so I choose I want to push deeper. So literally what she's thinking.
What she's thinking at the moment is, where did these guys come from? Oh, at least they're offering to help. Are they really offering to help me? Are they trying to scam me or something off of the bounty board? Gee. How many more of these bodies do I have to look at? Cool. That's what she's thinking on a surface level.
I'll go over. I'll pry open or lift up the cloth. And
Cool.
I'll
You
try
see.
and medicine check if possible.
Well, first make a con save.
Oh, okay.
This is a grisly.
Oh, that's not bad. That's a dirty 20.
Cool. You're able to, unintended, stomach this, as you see that there is a lack of that on the victim.
Just the stomach,
Yeah, it's like cut open. It's almost like an X shape. It's cut open.
Okay.
Death, slow death.
And it looks like it was a severe. Well, you might have to make an. Oh, so you made an investigation. What was the investigation check?
I just did the concept.
Okay, yeah, make an investigation or medicine. Whichever
Medicine
set.
is 19.
Cool. So you can determine that the cause of death was very quick and fast trauma to the lower section that's basically cut out and everything's fixed, more or less.
You look like a sharp weapon, didn't you?
A very sharp weapon, yeah. Jagged weapon. But the cut is it's surprisingly precise.
Does it? Are all three the same?
All of them are the same, yeah.
And do any of them have any markings, tattoos, or anything that would distinguish them as a member of a gang or affiliation?
So, you notice that a couple of them are wearing what you could describe as a pirate's hat. Or at least there's some next to them on their person.
Okay.
Their clothes as well. Some are wearing jackets. Some have beards, some have eye patches. Some of them have, yes, some tattoos. Interestingly enough, some of them have tattoos that depict a sharp and jagged set of teeth going down their arm, and they're green tattoos.
All three of them are?
No, this is on a couple of them. It seems like, generally speaking, they're pirates, all of the victims.
Look at this. There seems to have some markings, but not all of them. I don't know if this is a pattern or not.
So while they're talking about that, I want to push deeper.
Okay, so you need to make a...
Yeah, she needs to make a wisdom save.
Cool. Fail.
Cool. So before you give me the result, she might know that I tried to pick deeper unless I succeeded the checker. So contested roll, hazard check.
Okay. She has no idea.
So, push deeper. I know her emotional state and something that looms large in her mind.
Okay, so her emotional state constantly is that of an underlying despair, and the thing that's weighing on her, for the most part, is that she is one of the only pieces of law enforcement in this town, and she feels like at any point anyone she could talk to, other than a certain person, I don't know if you have to dig deeper for that, but she does not trust at all, basically.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go back down.
Yeah. Okay. So I point out to everyone the markings on the arms, the X-shaped cuts in their bodies. They don't all seem to have these markings though. I don't know if this is a pattern or not. But the gent did say that they are fishermen by trade that is getting murdered. Perhaps Lawrence Lack is the owner of the dock. He employs the fishermen. Maybe we should make our way down towards the docks.
Gosh! Who could you trust in this town where people are getting murdered left, right, centre?
You can trust us, of course.
And that's it, as in.
Yeah. Are you saying this aloud?
Yeah.
Okay, and she turns around and she looks at
Is
you,
she
almost
thinking
thinking
about
she's...
this person that she trusts now? Or is that-
Well, yeah, she is.
Okay, do I get the name?
You get the name. I don't know if you need another check for this. If you don't, then...
You can do another check if you want.
Yeah,
do you
it'll
want
be
to do a
another
wisdom
check.
save or another contested intelligence?
Another contested intelligence.
Cool.
Fails. You get the name.
Fair enough.
Ilawi.
Don't you know?
I have like +6, so I got 12.
You get the name Ilawi.
Okay. I'll hold on to that information for now.
Why do you ask who Lawrence Lack is?
What about? So I'm going to end the spell prematurely. But yeah. Yeah. Do you know this Lawrence Lack?
Lawrence Lax. Oh, the owner of the bushy beard. And another place. What was the other place called? I wonder.
Everyone seems to like the bushy beard.
Have you been there before, Melly?
No, but everyone seems to be talking about it. It seems to be
It's
talking.
only-
The time the rats were talking about
It's
it.
only 2 people. That's hardly everyone.
Well, seems to be coming up a lot lately.
He's got.
Oh yes, the other business. It was the
Light patches and dancing. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
the longest legs. That went bust a couple of days ago. His men are among the victims.
Before you go, could you show me, and I look across towards Mac, what a
Kraken.
what a kraken is?
Oh, you really are new here. And she pulls out a kraken. It's a gold, looks like gold, coin with the visage of a kraken's face on it.
And how much is that worth? Don't
It's
say
your
a
currency.
Kraken.
I think a gold coin, yeah.
She looks at it and she goes, whoa, this thing's...
Gold.
Yeah, it's gold, but it's thicker and chunkier than a kraken. Huh. Well, I'm no appraiser. I'm guessing that's your currency. She flicks it back at you. So, I don't know how this would fetch. If you could go to an appraiser.
Well, so, what can a Kraken buy me?
A kraken, a single kraken, could buy you...
How many pints of beer?
It could buy you a pint of beer.
We're working for copper.
How many krakens would a farmer receive for a full day's work?
Oh, well, I can tell you how many krakens I receive for a full day's work.
Okay.
I receive about 50 krakens for a full day's work,
Oh
And
wow.
would you say that you are paid well?
as well as can be. That's
We're not
that's
getting paid
strange.
that much. This isn't a good bankroll.
But think of the experience, maybe. Think of the going out meeting new people that you
Wow.
can scam.
I don't like to
It was
scam
lovely
anyone.
meeting you.
That's not what I do.
No,
I do a
okay.
decent
One
work
final
for
question.
decent pay.
If I may.
Oh yes. What would you like to ask?
You've mentioned 2 establishments owned by Mr. Lax.
Yes, one former, one current.
Yes. Are there any other tavern owners in the city?
There are many swindlers.
Could you give me a quick rundown of his biggest competitor, perhaps?
His biggest competitor.
Someone that might want to destroy his establishment.
Oh,
so
that would
theirs
be
grow.
well. If it's dealing in casinos, your biggest competition is Jack. Old Jack. He's hard to miss. He wears a large top hat, really big beard, but he doesn't have. He doesn't have.
It's not me.
He doesn't have any. He doesn't have a nose. He's pale as a ghost, and he almost looks like a fish out of water, one would say. But that's not uncommon here. We do have the Stein folk that come in all shapes, I'd say. So that's not too odd. But he runs the Ripper's Fortune establishment.
Thank you. Yes, I'm just.
Has any of his men died?
Yes, a couple of his men have died, but he doesn't seem to care too much about
That's an excellent question, Mac.
What was the name of the murderer again? Sorry.
We refer to him as either the Slaughter Dock Slasher, but some call him the Blood Harbour Ripper.
How do you know it's a him?
Well, I always assume it's a dude. There's not many of us around here. Let's just say.
This is the
the
lady
Rippers.
saying
This is the lady
Yeah,
saying
yeah,
it.
yeah,
Yes.
okay.
Right, let's go to this bushy beard then.
What about the Rippers?
No, let's go to the bushy beard.
I also doubt it's that fortune.
There could be more money in the Rippers.
What's the levels like in this city? Is it all very flat?
It's not flat at all. It's the geometry varies wildly since half of it's on a cliffside and then the other half's like down at the docks more or less. So the elevation's all over the place and it's all held together by rickety bridges and wooden stairs.
Would you say there's a peak?
Yeah, there's a few. Well, there's a couple of peaks in the town of Newport, but mostly it seems to be like watchtowers up there. And make perception.
Much lower than my previous one. That's 15.
Okay, so you see at the tippy top of one of the peaks, it's sort of on from where you're looking at the docks, it'd be on the right side. You see a slightly bigger watchtower that looks like it could function similar to a lighthouse, more or less. But you see like this weird, it's either ceramic or brass. It's hard to tell from that angle, and it looks like maybe a gong of some sort. And there's a guy leaning on the side, just looking out at the sea, smoking a cigar.
Oh, nice.
What are you looking for?
Just looking at the peaks.
For elevated viewpoint? I personally think we should go to the docks. I think that's where we'll find more of these folk, and I just
Should we just not go to the bushy beard?
What's so special about the bushy beard?
Is our goal
It's the
here?
person who's paying us.
Is
I
our goal here
know,
to get
but-
paid more, or is the goal here to find the serial killer? What do we actually care about?
To be honest, I'm a bit confused. I mean, I
There's
thought
nothing new there, Sid.
Well, I thought this gentleman from the bushy beard, whatever his name was,
Blacks.
was having people killed, and he worried about himself, so he
No,
was
he-
to protect him. But it seems
Yes.
like there's other people dying as well.
No, we're there to. The job is to protect him.
Oh, so it's not targeted him per se. It's just some of his people are going, but there's other people dying indiscriminately, and he just wants more muscle to save him.
Yes.
So he's not doing it to help his community.
No.
Yeah, upstanding fellow,
He
obviously.
doesn't seem that worried if he's only paying 2,000 gold and the
He doesn't
gold
cost
is not
crack
worth
him.
anything. He doesn't
Like
seem
20
unscared
gold.
at all.
Like 20 gold.
20
How much is he
gold.
paying you? 2,000
Kraken.
Kraken
total or per
Each.
each?
For his life. That's-
Well, if one of his businesses has been taken out, and it has by
You're saying he's got not much money?
not anymore, I'd imagine.
Oh,
You might be getting his life fortune, and also if it helps take down the Slaughter Dock Slasher, I'd be more than happy. I'd say.
Is there a
you might be
reward?
able- From me. Well, if you look on the bounty board, I'm sure there'll be a handsome reward as well.
just
Is there
check
any
out the
other
bounty
bounty?
board then.
It's in the well, more or less the centre of the second level, which is where we are currently.
I have an idea. I think we should find a bounty board and have a look and see if there's any more money to be had.
Do you know
I
what,
don't
Sid?
think
You
there's-
astound me sometimes.
I don't think there's any reason for us
I
to
don't know
go
where
and
he
see
thought of
this,
that.
this lax person. I think if we wanted to find him, we could find him very easily.
and we should find someone else who's going to pay us more.
Should we just not find him before he dies?
How worried are you that he's going to die?
Well, he's very worried.
I don't understand. Surely everybody wants some protection. I mean, I'm not for personal gain, obviously, it's for the betterment of all.
No.
Charitable.
Is the bushy beard worth taking on as an investment for us? You know, if he's not making much
Well,
money,
I
we
will
can take it on and make
say,
it
I will say
work.
this: the pattern of the killer is always seems to be, outside of Jack being the only exception, his pattern more or less is, once he kills one of somebody's men, he's normally after their either entire crew or entire establishment. So I reckon if he's attacked, when did you say he attacked?
Earlier this week.
Earlier this week. I imagine that won't be the last that establishment sees of the Ripper.
Let's just go to the establishment, honestly.
Let's go to the bounty board first.
Okay.
Bounty board
I'm
first.
just going to blend in here, and I put my hand over the body,
Okay.
and I'll cast Disguise Self using my Pheromone magic.
Okay.
So you look like a corpse.
Well, yeah, I don't copy the cuts, but I copy the appearance and the aesthetic, yeah?
So you transform, and you transform into a slightly smaller stature, and
And I take his hat and I put it on.
yeah. Well.
Yarr!
Yeah, you have his hat.
Farron's doing an awful pirate voice, by the way.
So the sheriff just looks around and goes, and she lifts up her hat. Aren't you supposed to be dead?
You aren't dead.
What
lady.
just happened?
Just look in the back. You've still got your 3 corpses.
She looks and she like squints her eyes. She looks up. Oh right,
It's just a
magic.
disguise, madam. I'm hoping we can bait out the killer.
Yeah, I'm sure that will. And she's like retching on it because she briefly saw the body, and she goes, "Well, anyways, a bounty board for another reward." Relax,
So to the
probably.
bounty board.
Bounty
It was
board.
a pleasure meeting you.
Yes, it was a pleasure meeting you, and
Ah,
you'll
she's
probably
very
see me. You'll probably see me around, maybe floating around with the.
You trust.
Just gotta bring these bodies to where they need to be rested.
I talk to you telepathically and say I'm gonna, in my voice you understand, I'm gonna say stay a bit away from you, maybe 50 feet, to see if we can draw out some attention.
Okay. And you will visually see a blue snake slither open from here and try to look into you.
Into me.
Into like a sleeve or...
Okay.
Yeah, okay. And I will walk confidently towards the centre of town.
Cool. We're going
Okay.
to close the bulletin board.
I ignore that.
Do you want me to
So-
follow closer to you, but
So
quiet?
Do you talk to me?
Okay.
I just ignore you.
We go to the bulletin board.
So everybody but Farron goes to the bounty board.
Yes.
No, I
Okay.
said I'm going that way, didn't I?
Oh, well, you said you were going to Central Town.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, so you're going central town, so you don't want to go to the docks anymore.
No, I said the centre of town.
Oh, okay. Cool. So you go centre town. I mean, you go up a
Should we go
bit
get a
ahead of them. And you go around. I'll get to you.
Yeah, that's fine, yeah.
No.
So you guys, it doesn't take you too much longer to waddle up to the bounty board. Well,
Before we go,
Yeah.
I'll say to her, what's the direction of the bushy beard?
the bushy beard is it's a little lower down. She points down. It's nearer the docks.
Alright, let's go.
So you want to go get a beer? We'll go get a beer.
Okay, so
Reconnaissance, old boy. Ties bent in reconnaissance.
So who's
Never
going?
wasted.
So Miracle's going with
okay, Simulacrum's going with these guys. So
We'll
central
try and
town.
lose
Farron.
Simulacrum.
Bushy, I'm going to the bounty board and then to the bushy
that. Yeah,
beard.
we're all going to the bounty board, then to the bushy bed. They're just going first to the bushy bed, about
Yeah.
5 minutes before us.
That's,
Okay.
that's right.
So you guys are going to the bushy beard.
On his own.
You guys are going to the bounty board. So I'll start with the people who go to the bounty board, which is you guys.
Where's the centre?
So you head off to the bounty board, and as you go further up, the smell of fish and rot sort of lessens down a little bit, and you end up in front of this massive bounty board. And it's oddly enough even busier here than it is further up, which is the centre of the town. And you see many would-be, well, intimidating individuals looking at the bounty boards. There is a few of note, along with, of course, the 1-4. There's no drawing for him because nobody seems to know what the identity of the killer looks like. The Slaughter Dog Slasher, worth 1. Let's see. I was going to say 1 million, but that's too high. 500,000 krakens.
500. That's like 30 copper pieces.
Yes, Sid, shall we go up to this peak so I can just ask the god who the
Should we do
privilege is?
you want to stretch your wings, old boy?
I would love to stretch our wings.
Yeah, man, let's go. Giddy up, old boy.
You can choose the peak we go to.
Yes, and we'll mount up and flap our wings and we'll head up to the high ground.
Cool. So you guys are going up to the high ground. Dave's gone, so we'll go with Farron.
I will follow with the broom.
Gotcha. So,
I'm
Farron.
gonna like float around, try and like rest my shoulder on like a barrel, which I'm assuming there's loads of barrels just around.
Cool.
I'm gonna try and look around, see if I can find someone that's dressed similar to me, but I think will be in a similar profession.
So you get a few double takes,
Like,
and then they move on, and they move around, and then you see walking past you, there's 2 gentlemen. So one of them has a hat similar to yours, but it's more like a sort of western hat, and he wears a jacket, and he seems to be twiddling around with a card. Next to him is a big burly guy with a cigar poking out of his mouth, and on his back is a massive ranged weapon of sorts. Looks kind of like a blunderbuss.
but
And-
they don't look like fishermen, do
They don't look like fishermen, no.
they? So I'll scoot across and stand in their way. Cross my arms with my large tats just.
So the smaller guy is startled a bit and he backs and goes, whoa, 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 hey, hey. And the bigger guy just looks up and he slowly looks at you, pulls out a cigarette and goes, what do you want?
Alright, gents. How's it going? I'm disguised self, I've got to put a voice on.
So they look at each other and the bigger guy pulls like a bit of a grimace towards you, and then the smaller guy raises up his hand and goes, whoa, great, whoa.
I ain't looking for a boozer.
What can I do? You don't seem familiar. I don't think I've seen you before. You ain't after any recompense or revenge or cut or anything like that.
I'm just looking to avenge my fallen comrades.
Well, good luck to you, sir. And he continues on. I wish you the best of luck. And he keeps walking.
Can I try and follow with my eyes where they're going? Or do they go out of view very quickly?
They don't. They're calmly walking around. So the small guy looks up at the big guy and goes, "Don't know what he was expecting." And you, as they're walking, how close do you get to them? So they're only walking
Like
like.
30 feet, I think. Yeah.
Cool.
I'm not like, I don't know if I'm in any shot. but
So
I'm
I guess
not
you're
fast.
like waiting for them to get a little further away. So I should do that. Make a perception.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. Let's go.
Can my familiar give him the help action?
Yes, he can.
Yeah.
Oh, yo! Not one of those
Not
ones.
that you need it, but you know, like, you didn't need it.
Ooh,
It's pretty good though.
I'm alright. Cheers.
After the snap.
25.
25. Okay, so you immediately hear the big guy goes, "We're gonna hit up that place later," and the small guy goes, "Yeah, the bushy beard. I'm gonna steal. I'm gonna take all their work."
I'm not gonna go.
Oh shit.
I go, yeah, let's go. And I'm gonna try and. Can I see anyone that looks like me? So dressed in fisherman's attire with either a pirate hat on, an eye patch, something like that.
Yes, you do. You actually see a So you see a relatively like older gentleman. He's walking around with a peg leg, and he seems to be kind of drunk.
So I'll walk over to him, and the last few paces I'll kind of like wobble a bit as well.
Okay.
And I'll say, "You're right, my fellow plant walker."
What can I do for you? You want a drink?
Yeah, where's the best place around here?
That way. And he points down.
What's it called?
The great big bushy beard.
I've been there before.
Have ya?
Let me buy you a drink.
Oh, I'd be more than happy for you to buy me a drink.
I'll put my arm around him. And just lean
He
back.
lets you, and he almost like skips along, and he goes, "Well, what brings you here to Bilgewater, Mr. Two Faces?"
Well, I'm from around here, can't you tell? And I like roll up my sleeve to show.
Well, I ain't seen nobody with two faces walking around Bilgewater.
Well, I'm not always the most truthful, but that's quite hurtful.
No, I mean there's literally two faces. I mean, where did you get that other face from? And he looks you in the eye, now. Where did you get that? Where'd you get that face from? Whoa, where did you buy a second face? Can I get one? You gotta tell me.
You buy me a drink and I'll tell you.
Woo! I'll buy you a drink. Yeah, you bet I will. So is there anything you like to ask him as you're on your
No,
way?
just making friends.
Cool. So you make friends with this guy,
Yeah.
and he tells you his name, and he's called name's Shimon One Leg.
And I just who you looking for? I'm with Max myself.
Oh, I'm just a guy who works on the slaughter docks, and just here, there, everywhere.
It's lovely this time of year, is it not?
You can smell the sea monsters rot. Isn't that
Yeah.
lovely? I tell you, I caught a big one. Me and me crew
I lean in, yeah.
caught a jawfish.
Yeah, that sounds delicious.
You know how big a jawfish is?
It's like this big.
Oh, you ain't never seen a jawfish. That's his head. His head's that
That's
big.
what I meant, yeah.
No, it's not even his head. It's his tongue. His tongue's that big.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Well, I'll show you the jawfish. And he keeps going on, and that basically
Yeah.
concludes that interaction. So, to Dave and Connor, you guys are heading to the Bushy Beard. Right, so you get to the Bushy Beard, and you notice there's not many folk around it. And you see standing out the front of the door, looking both ways, is a tall gentleman with a bandana. He seems bald, and is on his hands he's got a couple of scars. And he looks around, and he looks at you, and then he squints, and then he goes. He gestures to you guys.
I'll go.
Yep.
I will say that.
Cool.
We've
Oh yeah,
lost
he's a
you.
simulacrum.
Yeah, my second
We've lost you in the crowd.
Okay, so he gestures forward and goes, "You are them bounty hunters we are, sigil guys,
Not bad.
Heroes.
protection.
Bodyguard.
That's it. Bodyguard,
Some of
chaperone.
us. This is some of us. There's more of us.
I was about to say I would have been very, very sad if there was only 3 of you.
Only 3. There's 15 of us.
15 of you.
Yeah, did you see the 12? Bigger one.
Oh. Well,
Feel free to kill those.
Don't kill those.
well, since we're down a few men, we could certainly use the extra. What? How many pair of hands? 30 pair of hands there. Yeah. Just don't mind the person who hired you. He's very skittish.
Lads.
So yes.
Where is he?
He's inside.
Well, we need to speak to him.
Come inside. Then we can speak to him. He won't go outside.
Okay.
And the real likeness translating this from.
No, I'm currently doing a ritual. So
Gotcha. So you walk in, and the place is sort of like, it's a bit messy. It looked like they may have had a busy night last night.
So perhaps you can get those 12 people to help you tidy up.
Yeah, I'll do that now. Just
then
tell
we'll
them.
happily help.
Right, make this place clean and orderly. Cool. Right, so he goes up the stairs of this place. You also notice in the corner of the room there seems to be a robot with what appears to be the likeness of a sombrero carved onto his head. He sits there and he's got a weird square cubic chest that has what looks like slots. Like there's an apple, there's a £100 sign, and then there's a cherry, a pair of cherries, and it's slumped down in the corner.
100 gold.
Well, it says 100 on it. It's like a 100
Okay.
LBS.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, and
Okay.
so that's slumped in the corner, and the guy himself goes past the bar, and he goes up the stairs, and then he goes, Lax, old boy, we got those guys that you hired. They came. Yeah. They came from Sigil. It's okay. You can come out. And Yera quivering little. I can.
Oh, just come down here, man.
Okay. So you hear loud footsteps. They're slow, but they're loud. Coming down the stairs, and you see a very tall, middle-aged man. And he's way taller than the guy that you've seen previously. He's easily like 6'5", and with his long, and he seems to be mostly leg in terms of his physique. He walks down the stairs awkwardly, and he's holding onto both railings, sort of trembling. And he goes down. And he goes, "So you're the ones that are here to save my business, and the rest of us, and me boy Scabs, right? You're the guys." Oh, come here. He goes over to you and he tries to give you a hug, basically. So he's reaching out and he tries to give you a hug.
Okay.
Do you let him or do you go like nah?
Non-plus, but
So he gives you a hug. He gives you like
I'm gonna do that.
He gives you like a bear hug, and then he goes over to all of you and he does the same thing.
All 12 of the
All
following.
yes, all of them. He's that
Nice to
grateful.
meet you. Nice to meet you.
None of them reply.
Okay.
What's that? So I point at the bot.
Oh, that's the slot bot. We got it over from Monoblum a couple of months back. State of the art. It's from Maximus Factories.
Oh yeah.
Don't know if you've heard of them, but this technology is wild, as the bold guy says.
How much did you pay for that?
Cost me a big fat sum of 5,000 krakens.
Yeah,
I'm just looking at how big is it?
It is taller than an average man, but it's around the same height as the automaton that was in that you guys kidnapped from one of them a while back. It looks kind of similar. It just looks like it's geared for gambling, this one.
Gamble bot.
Spare parts.
I'm not there.
Roulette bot.
Roulette bar, yeah. Roulette bar.
How does it work?
Well,
That's a
so
Roulette bot.
he sweeps up all the dirt off of it, and he then gets a towel, dries the alcohol off of it, and the water, and then he goes around the back of it and he goes, "Should be fine for me too," and pulls open the back, and he seems to be tinkering around with a little couple of like switches. Looks like it's mostly clockwork based in terms of design, and it turns on, it stands up, and then it walks over to you guys, and goes to you, and it goes, "Would you like to make a bet?"
Yes.
Grand, that would be 10 krakens, please. 10 krakens, please.
I don't have any krakens.
Then you cannot make a bet. And then he turns
I've got a
and he
gold
goes
coin.
around. He looks at it and goes, "That is too fat to fit in my slot." And then he turns around, and then he goes over to you, Connor, and then he goes,
I'm gonna whack
"Would you
him on
like
the
to?" He whack him on the head. No, we do not take
Get back!
We do not take abuse as payment. We do not take abuse as payment.
You're holding your coin. Oh, okay.
And then he turns to you. You would like to make a bet. Make a bet.
I'm going to pretend to put with prestidigitation to put a coin in.
Oh, you are finally going to give me a bet. Wait a minute. Why did nothing go in?
I just
Did
lost
you?
a
Are
kraken.
you sure you made? Are you sure you made a bet?
There's something wrong with this bot.
And then the long-legged guy turns around, blacks, and he goes, something's wrong with you. And he gives it a stern look. And he goes, there is nothing wrong with me, I'm working perfectly normally. There
You
is
just
nothing
took my
wrong with me.
money and didn't even spend.
This customer has been trying to swindle me and
I'm a
did not
customer, I'm a
actually...
bodyguard.
This customer did not give me a kraken. The kraken disappeared. This customer is a cheater.
We all
Cheater.
here now, or is it
Cheater.
just the three?
Cheater. This is those three. And so where's the rest of you guys?
Those 50.
Well,
So
we were following-
we flew up to one of the peaks we were talking about earlier,
Okay.
and I'm going to cast divination. Right. So Melee Sid, what questions are we asking good old Aurelian Sol? We've got 3 questions.
Right, what's the name of the rat boy back at Sigil?
No, we're not asking him that. That's not important. So do we care about the name of the serial killer? I just want to know what he looks like.
His name is usually quite good.
Why is the name good? Does that help us?
Wait,
Definitely, what does the serial killer look like?
Why can't we find out where he's going to be at midnight?
Why?
So where he's going to be? Because we don't want to be out at midnight because our spells will wear
But the
off
So what
motive.
time do we need to beat him up by?
by 6 p.m.
Okay,
Or
so
sundown.
where is he going to be at 5 p.m?
Okay, cool.
What is the motive for him killing? The motive is good. That gives us an understanding of his
Okay,
plans.
those are the 3 questions.
No. We also need to know where he stashes his wealth.
Okay, so now we have to choose. We want to know what he looks like, we want to know where he will be at mid-afternoon, and we want to know...
Well, the
Do
wealth
you want to
is
know the
really
motive, or do you want
important.
to know the wealth?
The wealth is really important.
Which of those 2 last questions do you want
And
to
the
know?
motive is important.
We've both chosen the question. What would you like to know the
I
question?
would like to change my question to what is the name of the rat portal?
No, that's not an acceptable answer.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
Okay, well...
The motive and the wealth.
No, we can only have one of those 2.
Oh,
Because we need to know where he's going to be and what he looks like.
Wealth.
Okay, I'm going to leave
No,
one.
Wealth.
not what he looks like. How will we know him?
Ooh, I like that.
Because he could be looking like somebody else, like you know, like that Farron
Yes,
when
of
he
course.
wasn't Farron anymore.
Oh, great Aurelian Soul!
Here we go. Ah, yes, you call.
Your favourite and possibly only follower has returned.
Ah, you are bold to think that you are the only
I'm
follower
not
of
going to
mine.
another one. Anyway, well, I would like to ask you some questions, my good God.
Oh yes, shoot.
The God of knowledge, you clearly would not know nothing, would you? You know all the answers to my questions. My first
I know a
question
fair bit.
is...
Yes, I'd ask about the rat boys.
Why are you stalling?
there is a
Don't you
serial
know how
killer.
stars make?
There is a serial killer loose in Bilgewater, and his name is it eludes me. Something about slashing or cutting or something. But we're never the same. I would like you to answer a few questions about him. I would love to know where we might find this gentleman at say mid-afternoon.
Well, I believe I know vaguely of the one that you were talking about.
Of course you do. You got it.
But you are currently in the bearded lady's domain, and thus anything that goes into the seas there I cannot see.
The bearded lady.
Yes, my boy, the bearded lady. And anything that goes into the sea is her domain. And so this killer, I can at least tell you, is always in the ocean outside of night. At night he will then leave. And then he seems to go around all of Bilgewater. Well, you've seen the bodies.
So during night time, he's in the river.
In night time he's on land. That's the only time you will ever see the killer with the really long name on land.
Of course.
Must be an easy way to describe it.
Otherwise, he is but a ghost that dwells in the river.
Question number 2: what is the full name and description of this bearded lady you tell me about?
The bearded lady is a colossal being, not as colossal and as mighty as me, but a colossal being nonetheless. Very fishy, very serpenty, very krakeny.
And the final question: would you do the honours?
Yes, person Sigil who operates the portals for the rats. Yes, what is his name?
What
No,
about
we
the
asked him
wealth?
before and he didn't know.
What about the wealth?
Bet he might have looked it up by now.
What
now,
about the wealth?
That's the second time you've asked me this pointless
No,
question.
I've only asked you once, I'm sure.
The second time I have been asked in general of this question, and like before, I do
didn't
not
need to
know
embarrass you, so-
of Sigil.
What
Sigil
about the
is
money?
an alternate dimension by the sounds of things. I've noticed you plebeians seem to use it quite
You
a
know
bit.
what, like, if you told us this first time, we wouldn't have to ask again, would we?
No, we wouldn't.
And so I would not know the name of a dwarf or gnome or small person that is trotting around in that city between
I'm
planes.
sorry I asked, what's your favourite? No.
That's 3 questions.
Goodbye, my lord. I shall see you next door.
Very well. You must look up into the sky at night, for I shall be creating a master.
Farewell.
Oh.
Be good.
I will then cast it again to the bearded lady. I've got her.
Now, what 3 questions are we going to be asking?
What about the wealth?
So
Where
it's
his
back to the
lair
original
and his
Frida, where can we
money
find him?
is?
What does he look like and what is his wealth?
Where's
I
wealth
think
and
I should
money?
step back from answering the questions or asking them really. It's
I would,
not
this
my
time I
forte.
have a 25% chance of failing.
You will ask about the
So
rat
you
boy
can choose
again.
if you like trip me in as like a random roll or something. It's up to you.
Look, you've got this old boy guidance.
I don't think it matters really.
I know it doesn't, but it doesn't matter. Yeah? That's
Where
what
is
Sid would do.
Oh, I only have like two of these.
Wherever his wealth is where his domain is, which is where we're going to find
D10 guys.
his lair.
Anybody got a D10? Cool.
O great bearded lady, of whom Aurelium's soul speaks so little of.
No response.
Bastard.
Ooh, spicy.
I'll pass.
It's weird. It's like you're brought to a connection. Like, you know how with Aurelian Soul, it's more like you're brought to a connection.
And he's all too happy
and then
to receive it.
and then it's immediately connected.
Yeah.
It's like you connected to something, but then the phone just went dead, as if the line got cut.
This all smells a bit too fishy for me. Maybe it's just the town.
Not bad to say.
I think your connection is cracking up.
I think so too. Shall we travel on to this
Well,
pub?
we have learned something really important and interesting.
What do we learn?
Well, we need to push the rat portal boy in Sigil through a portal so he's not in Sigil, so he's outside into another realm. And then gods of knowledge will be able to access his true name.
I feel like we've lost what we were going to do.
Yeah, I feel like that.
We are
Shall we
losing
take
the
our
point.
leave? We've been here for 20 minutes, by the way. Not very long at all.
And we still haven't figured out where the wealth
We'll
is.
now travel back to the tavern.
Cool then. So
Follow the money.
Tavern,
now that they're all concluded,
giddy up, Mamba.
you all end up, unless you want to go anywhere else, in the Bushy Beard.
The bushy beard.
It's a bushy beard by the sea.
It's near enough to the docks. It's quite close. It's on the first level. So there's like 3 major levels of Bilgewater, which are like level 1, which is mostly the slaughter docks and the Blood Harbour, along with like some parts of the town, and up. It's also got
How
the
is level
Gambler's
2
Quarry.
raised above level 1?
Yeah, it's raised above because a lot of it's segmented by cliff faces.
Oh, okay.
And it's all like strung together through wood, rickety platforming. It's all very perilous, so if anything bad happens in the town, I think the entire town could probably collapse on itself.
Nice.
I would
But-
like to, on the fly down, yeah, seeing it's all rickety and stuff, think if somebody had to manoeuvre through here on foot, yeah, are there secret ways or ways where they could move pretty much unobserved or slip away? And are there any waterways? Because if this thing's subterranean and it comes out, maybe it slithers through water, so is there potentially
So
a big
you
sewer
know-
or a waterfall or anything where it might...
So these are questions you might have to ask like townsfolk, but
Yeah.
you know that
But we've
the
got the
killer
overview.
dwells in the ocean
Yeah,
for most of the day, and then goes onto the land at night.
yeah.
And level 1 is very connected to the ocean because it's part of the slaughter docks.
And the bushy beard is on level
1.
Cool.
We need to know if any murders have happened off level 1.
We need to know what has happened during the day.
Should we go in the bushy beard?
We are at the bushy
Anyways,
beard. Should we go
you guys are in the Bushy Beard. So you guys see this guy, the slot bot, and a guy who introduces himself as Scabs, the guy with the very scabby hand.
Is there anybody else around? Is there any
Just for
customer?
reference, I'm going to sit at
No.
a table with my new mate and pretend not to know these guys.
Cool. So
People that you saw come in, have they came?
Yeah, do I see the cowboy or the smoker.
No. You enter it and you basically see everybody else, but you just go straight up to the bar. To which Scabs sprints all the way up to the bar, and he goes, "Can I get you a drink?"
Is Scabs the guy I was with?
No, the guy you were with was Sherman.
Sorry, Sherman. Yeah, of course. Typical pirate name.
Yeah, man, very typical pirate name.
So I've still got my arm. I'm like supporting him.
Sherman Scally.
I have to get us 2 though. I got a friend here.
Hey, give me 3! And then Scabs looks at him and he goes,
And what about for yourself?
"What for me?" Who are you talking to?
The Scabs, yeah.
Scabs is the barkeeper, and he goes, "I'll offer myself a drink when I have a drink." Yeah, yes, good sir. So, what would it be? We got some Kraken ale. Rum it is. The rum is only a Kraken.
I'm gonna reach into my friend's pocket and see if he's got any Krakens.
Yo, what are you doing in my pocket?
The first round's on you.
Oh, that it is. And he slaps 4 Krakens on the table.
Oh.
Slaps 4 Krakens on the table.
This is the beard lady. This is the pub.
This is the bushy beard.
This. Yeah,
Mhm.
it's in this layer.
This is the bushy beard. Okay. That bit of the front there is the upstairs bit,
Okay.
and here is more or less so. So essentially, more just to point out to you guys,
Just go hang
those slanted tables right there. Those ones are just normal tables. The big tables have the big thick ones to the side.
Oh, sorry. I didn't see
They've
those
got
then, yeah.
they've got a couple of like set up to play some kind of card game. These ones here seem to be a mixture of those slots that you saw before on the slot bar himself, but just sat down, and then the some what looks like spinny top sort of games that are along these 3 rows there, and then over there, of course, where that big weird looking dial is. There's a big spinning dial. That is part of the bar basically, and the bar's got a big visage of what looks like, well, a very bearded man, skull at the very back on the wall.
So I'm gonna take my friend over to one of these gambling tables.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anyone else sitting there?
Not currently, no.
How about we play a little game?
Oh, you want to play a game, do you, me laddie?
Yeah, look, I'm out of Krakens, but I got this. And I'll take out a potion of healing and put it on the table.
Oh, yeah. What's that magic liquid, eh?
It'll make you feel better if someone
Really?
hits you.
Oh, yeah. Lawrence Lax turns around and goes, Hold on. We're not you know what? We're not doing any gambling till 6.
Yo, what time is it now?
It's only about 2.
When is nightfall?
Darn it.
It'll be nightfall around 5, 6. Well, that's when it gets kind of dark, basically.
Well, I guess you're stuck with me till then.
Hey, I've got many a shanty to sing and many a drink to drink. It's fine to me. And Lawrence goes, well, we should probably go over where we're going to put you guys. Isn't that right? He's like talking generally to everybody.
Oh yeah,
Isn't that right?
18. Yeah.
Sid will wander up directly to
Isn't that right, Scabs? And Scabs goes, yes. So, I'm gonna still be the barkeeper. You'll still be doing the accounting upstairs, Lawrence, so you won't have to worry about it. He goes, thank you. And you guys, I want you to sort of organise yourself. These able bodies here, they can more or less be the waiters and go around offering food, but they're not the smartest. So I'd say they shouldn't be the bodyguards. So what I'd say is, you guys. So he's gesturing to the mindless folk that Jamie brought along.
You don't know how smart they are.
They don't know.
Discrimination.
So how
It's
you
good reading
GMs
characters.
as a
Sid has
mindless-
wandered up to the gambling bot and said, best brandy, please, bot.
That is not a bet. Would you like to make a bet?
I would like your best brandy, please.
I do not make brandies. I do not know what a brandy is.
Oh dear, I seem to be mistaken. I'm so sorry to bother you, but I wandered off to join the others.
Will nobody offer me a
Muttering
bet?
about
Will nobody?
pots
Will nobody?
We will, won't we, Sharman?
Let me
Oh no, Irish for
let
some
me
reason.
stick in a little bit of a. How much krakens is it? 10 krakens, please, sir. 10 krakens. And he goes through his pockets and he puts in 10 krakens, and then the slot bot's arm basically goes ka-chow, and then the slots spin around, and I need to roll a percentile for him, so I'll grab your percentile again.
Roll 3 dice and see if you get the 3 numbers.
Oh, that's a great idea, actually, Jason. Let's do that.
If you can do that open, that would be good. So we'd all see it.
So we'll roll.
Nice.
You rolled 3 dice, yeah, and we have to guess.
So if they're all the same number,
Then there was. Yeah, I think so. I think it's fair.
Check off. Yes.
no, unfortunately.
Can we hold one and respin?
Respin. That will be another 10 krakens. Yeah, and then he goes, wah wah, you do not get any krakens. Would you like to make another bet?
I would yar, but I don't know coin.
I'm gonna make it another one.
Let's
go,
go.
Pickle, go over. And then he puts in another 10 krakens, and then
Wait, hold that one. I told him to hold the 4.
hold the 4.
So you only roll 2
Hold the 4. Yeah, it doesn't really work well
Aw.
because there's glass protecting us, so you're just putting it on the glass.
I'm trying to hold one of the slots.
You can't though,
okay,
yeah.
alright.
There's
You can
a
still
glass
try.
casing the slots. And he goes, ka-chow! And then,
I said hold the 4.
oh,
Worth a try.
Almost out of krakens. Best not make another one.
favour, old chap.
Well, my crew will be back soon. I know they will be. It's been a week or two, but I know they'll be back.
Same
Yes,
as
they
mine, I'm
will.
sure of it.
Yes, they will. And he saunters over to one of the tables, and then he has a sit down. And then Scabs goes, so we're gonna go over positions. So who wants to be chaperoning / bodyguarding inside the building? And who wants
I
to be
think
around
I'd be
the
best bodyguarding Lax upstairs.
Cool. His office is just upstairs there, and he's well, it's made of a lot of Kraken's worth of metal. And Lax just looks at him and goes, "It was good money though. Nothing's gotten in." And yeah, it was good money. Yeah, you'll just be standing outside of that.
Should I not be inside with you?
You alright with that, Lax? And Lax goes, "I'd only really be comfortable if Scabs was in there."
So you're going to the office inside with him because I can mark the outside and that's it covered.
Macro boy, if he actually gets in there with you and him, it's probably too late by then, isn't it? Wouldn't it be better for you to be like out and on the perimeter and stop?
What happens if he avoids all the people downstairs and just goes for Lax upstairs?
Well, we can't all cram in up there.
Well, I could be on the outside door watching down outside and knock if there's a problem, and then
The
you
three-
inside could be safe just in case he
winged
breaks into the
creatures will
office.
have to be outside.
If there's some weird, strange,
Yes.
ghosty creature, he could break into the office without us knowing. And then he could be in trouble before
I
we even
will-
realise.
Scabs picks up. Which one?
Millionaire.
Lax.
Yeah.
Okay. You cast detect thoughts on it. So Scabs points out. I will say, when me and Lax were in there the other night, when all of that blood and darn chaos happened last night. Probably should tell you about that, to be honest. But basically, you know who, and like Lax like rears up a little bit. He backs away and goes, "You know who?" He looks at Lax. Then he looks at you guys. You know the guy.
We don't know who.
The Flasher?
The hashling.
We don't know him personally.
But you know of him, right?
Yeah.
So, there was men guarding. There was about 5 men yesterday. They were with me. I went upstairs, and I was checking on Max. And then all of a sudden I hear a scream. And then I hear another scream. And at that point, I just ran into the safe room in his office. And when I got out, it wasn't loud for very long, but it took a lot of mopping. It took a lot of mopping, let's just say. that was what happened to the rest of the crew.
Yeah, you're killing our vibe over here.
He turns to you and he goes, well, sorry, I guess.
But what could have possibly brought this danger upon your establishment, dig deeper?
Okay. So, you dig deeper. Does he have to make a check for it? Cool. This is quite interesting. I'm glad that you have this. Okay. Fails.
Then he poses intelligence check to make sure he doesn't know.
Fails. I'm getting really bad saves on this. Okay, so, you look at Lax, and Lax gets really nervous when the killer's mentioned. And then you dig deeper and he goes, and on the surface thoughts, he keeps wondering, it's the ocean. The ocean's back. The ocean wants to take me back from whence it came. And then you dig deeper, and then you're almost thrown into the imagery of Lax, younger, thrown off of a large galleon. He looks like he's adorned in what looks like a captain's robes and captain hat. And he's thrown into the ocean, and he turns and he sinks and he looks into the depths of the abyss, and he sees something pulsating. It's very familiar. It's that starting flash of purple, then changes to a different colour, to yellow, then back to violet, to red, to blue, to green, then goes back to purple.
Familiar as in the Watchers?
The Watch.
Okay, cool.
That sort of vibe. And as you're looking upon it, 6 green eyes, one of them, purple, opens and looks upon Lax from your perspective, which is Lax's perspective. And then he's brought onto the ship, and he is traumatized. And he thinks the sea wants him dead for seeing this, basically. But you also know he was a pirate.
As are the rest of the victims.
So you exit his thoughts, and he goes. So you're gonna be upstairs
In the office.
In the room.
I will be guarding the door.
I'm sure it's fine, Max. And Max goes.
Trust me, you can trust him.
And I will guard the door, therefore making sure the outside is protected.
You want to go outside? Sure. But we're probably going to want a couple of people outside. This guy, whatever it is, girl, guy, thing,
I don't
dangerous.
know if I got
Outside
this
of the
right,
room.
but from your divination, it seems like the boss, the bearded lady, is some sort of monstrous thing. What's that? Don't mention the bearded lady.
Yeah.
What's that? But it's a big.
I'm the bearded lady. I'm the bearded lady. Praise be the bearded lady. Praise be.
Right. Okay. I'll start again. Everybody listen. Right. The very handsome gentleman is in the sea and controls it and stuff. I think somebody's possibly pissed them off, and they're sending like some sort of vengeance thing out to really mess people up. That's what I think. So I mean, this thing might be beyond defeating. Maybe we just need to find out what will keep it happy, so it stops killing people. I don't know. Just as the water, I'll throw it out.
Wait, what are you on about?
I don't really know. I'm very thirsty.
Thank God someone said that.
One of these days on the tech portal said.
You'll never come back alive. You'll never come back
We
alive.
don't
That
have
would be a
time for that.
whisper moment. Yeah, that would be a whisper moment.
The brandy's got to him again. It
So-
happens.
So the winged creature's outside. Jason's volunteering to go outside. Mac wants to go inside the safe room.
Jason's going outside the safe room.
Or Mealy.
Maybe.
I
Actually,
should
even
also
outside
note
the door.
that Mamba
No,
can't
safe
really
room.
fit
Jason
through
is.
the door.
Jason and Mealy.
Mac is maybe outside the tavern.
Outside the
safe
outside,
room.
no, outside the
But
safe
hard,
place.
hard,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Because they don't want to get in range of spells or anything nasty, so they'll be.
And therefore, if things get really bad, I'll knock on the door.
So all of your exotic
Should be the way
pets
doing it.
plus what's your name?
Like 3 exotic pets.
Maylee.
No, Maylee's not going outside. But all 3 exotic pets are going outside. You're having Saturn, which is my familiar. The little blue
And
snake.
we have.
Yeah.
What's your name, sir?
Why?
So I know what happens in that room.
What's your name, sir?
Mac.
Mac. So you'll be in with Lax.
Bailey's
who else?
Bailey's gone the door.
Which door?
The door outside the safe.
Sid, outside or inside?
I think splitting up is a splendidly poor idea, to be honest. I think we
We
should
have
all
to
sit
keep
together.
the animals outside.
Yes, but they could be way up.
They
couldn't
could, yeah.
Right up on the really high bits, away from the water.
They could.
Yeah, stay away
But
from the water,
also,
remember?
the animals can't talk.
They can tell me everything that happens.
Oh yes,
They
they
can.
They can tell about the
I mean, I've got a
Special
very,
pets you got.
I've got a very nice link with Mamba. You know, he often gives me a bit of guidance on financial matters and stuff.
Scabs just looks at you more and more puzzled as you continue.
Hey,
He goes,
we know what each other's thinking, should we say?
Right.
So the horse is the intelligent
So what
one,
you're
the
saying
bear.
is you should go outside with the horse.
I don't know. Should I? Is that the plan?
What, do you want to go outside or inside?
Well,
I think at least 2 people should be outside.
I think the ones outside are going to be the first ones to die, personally.
Well, there's animals outside.
You hear a message? No, you don't. You hear a message in your head?
Yeah.
Should I offer to help or should I stay on the
No.
call? Okay. I'll refresh because I'm assuming it's been an hour. I'll refresh.
Cool. He doesn't notice. There's also a toilet.
Right, well, we'll send them outside with the animals.
So you can always just go into the toilet, yeah.
Can I always
I'm going outside.
You're going outside?
Yep.
Would you like to mount one of the animals?
So your friend's asleep now.
I'll go on the
On
hyena.
the table, he's like,
Okay, cool. So you're with the hyena outside.
3 hours left.
yeah, man.
And Simon and Deirdre and Mamba
Put yourself out the door.
and Florence.
Strategy lessons. I'm trying to think back to what my tutor said. How what you've got to do. You've got to put yourself in position of the killer, and if you're coming in, how would you approach it?
I would put my arm around a, let's think, prospective client and disguise myself and then walk in with him.
Right. So we don't know what we're looking for.
No.
Okay, that's important. That's good. That's good input, like does anybody else like to have some sort of
So for reference,
suggestion how you would
we're staying
achieve this goal?
inside, Dan's staying inside, Dave's going upstairs inside the safe, Jason's staying outside the safe, Connor's going outside with the animals and the
So Connor, you want to go outside?
It's my character.
with the hyena, Deirdre, Florence, Mamba and the simulacrum. 12 are inside here
It's like
with
Oh yeah.
Cool. Right, so we have, I'll just note that down, as to who's outside.
So where am I staying? I'm inside with
you
you.
can go outside if you want, but currently you're inside with me.
Yeah, okay. Is this the real you?
Oh, I don't know. Jason moved you.
Have you got anything to say yet?
So
No, it's just the rubber.
Seamus,
the
just
snake
for
you
perspective,
gave me.
Yeah.
this upstairs,
That's upstairs.
is that the corridor?
so
So
you-
around.
So
Okay.
part of that is it's
I mean,
basically
you're looking, putting
part of
the bag
that
of
is
holding.
the building
well,
that's
be aware that
So where is this door here? Is that
back
inside or outside?
You will
that
pop
would
your bag of
be
holding.
outside. Oh yeah, because it's been moved from the
You want to leave
stairs.
your bag of holding?
So it doesn't hold them.
Does you can go to huge.
Yeah?
Yeah, just have yourself
turn into a
outside
huge
that
creature.
door.
So I'm outside as on in here
Keep
or,
up
or
the
in
bag of
there?
holding.
You'll be on that side.
This side, and so he'll be, so the safe room's in there.
No, I mean
Making
you'll be
safe.
over that door, and then the other side. Because yeah, that's.
If
But
the
we're
second
going to
thing
say
back
that's
on,
the
I'm
safe
gonna
room.
come straight up to you and
Simple as
actually
safe,
take
so I
one
don't
of
have to move
This is the
around.
safe room.
Yeah.
Why?
Right, you're in there.
Because I need to know what's happening in this room.
You
And
want
I'll
to know.
pass
Do you want to
you.
know what's happening in this room?
There's a difference between want and need.
Yeah, so take him out of the bag of holding, or I will bring back my simulacrum in here as well.
I mean, just take him with you. I don't want him.
That's fine. So the simulacrum's going to go in the
No,
room with
seriously,
Dave.
I'm not going. I'll bar the door.
You won't, because he'll be into the room.
No, I'll bar the door. I'm in
We're
there
going to
already.
bar the door. Okay, alright. So we're going to teleport into the room then. Okay, so simulacrum's going to dimension door into the room with
this
Dave.
will be
Everything
long.
needs to slow down a bit. I'm getting
This will be
really
long
confused as to who's who.
Is it in here?
So it makes
Listen.
it easier for you, so I'm not doing
I
it.
know.
I'm just gonna.
So
Are we
what
playing
just happened
past the snake or
Dave's
or-
barred me out, so
What?
simulacrum's dimension door
Yeah.
Dave.
playing past the snake.
Do I see the snake sneaking by?
This isn't your college days
I mean,
anymore,
I
Sid.
don't
You just see
understand what's
you just see
happening.
a simulacrum on the other end of the door, then it poofs.
Well, I'm on the other side. Do I see it come through past me?
No, just poofs.
All right.
Dave turned the close the door, so.
You get a voice in your head, do not pass the snake to me.
So yeah, there's this clone of lichen that looks like he's made of ice in the room with you.
Dancing.
Yeah, doing his thing. What do you do? Do you let him persist?
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So he's just in there with you. So Lax almost has a heart attack when he sees that. But
Well, just
familiar
watch the
little
dance,
spooky.
it'll be fine.
So he's like wheezing from that. He's absolutely terrified, and he sits next to you and then pulls out his office chair. And he looks and he stares directly at this thing dancing in fear, unlike anybody else who looks at it really.
Mine's will all be turned to jelly. I tell you, it's no good splitting up, and I just well, no bother. Brandy, barman.
We haven't
I've got
really
brandy.
we haven't really split
Can't
up.
really
We're
talk
still
to
in the
him,
same
you're-
place.
You're upstairs, you're not downstairs.
I know, but I can still see him.
You're
I
he's
hear him, it's
upstairs,
quite loud.
but he's on the foot of the stairs basically.
I will shout very loudly. If I were to try and kill somebody or get him, the thing I would hope for most is if everybody split up so I could pick them off when they're weaker because they're not together. Am I the only one who thinks this way? What am I missing?
Message. I'm right here.
What?
And I'm still here.
I'll think back in my head.
So you think really hard, and you hear snoring in the background. Because there's that guy that Farron brought in. He's asleep on a table now.
Well, not
It's
bad.
very loud.
Mamba, boy. What's
Sherman.
going on? Is that you, Mamba? What do you mean it's not you? It's somebody else. Well, who else can do that, Mamba? Is there anybody there?
Yes, I'm here.
Oh, no, don't you?
You hear a voice from up the stairs.
Right, I'm getting some sort of divine inspiration. I've been told we are not to worry because I am here.
It is in my voice, so you know it's me.
It sounds awfully like Farron. I wish he were here now, really, to be honest, gentlemen. I really do. I miss Farron.
I appreciate the compliment. In your head.
I'm looking about.
Seamus, can I just create a little mage hand and just tap him on the left shoulder? Just to freak him out.
Yes, you can. you get like a tap on your back.
What's going on? I tell you what, this is damn spooky, boys. I'm not sure what's going to happen, but I think it's going to be pretty grisly and pretty scary. So just all stay around me and you'll be okay. I'll look after you.
He says that as no.
Nobody responds.
How tall are the ceilings?
The ceilings are about.
They're like a T-Rex size.
They're about 4 meters out.
He's only 12 foot tall.
You could
Crouch down.
12 foot tall, but you know he's definitely. If he takes a single step, the building comes down. Probably.
Not on me though.
No, not on you.
You're
Come on,
propping
you.
it up.
It's on lax, surely.
But anyways, so now that he's arranged you guys, we're gonna pass on the time to. So I'll just go back to my notes. So we'll skip all the way to 6 o'clock basically, and this is more or less when when people come in for traction.
Everyone loses their aid.
So I've
So
also used all of my charges of disguise self now.
I feel so much weaker.
So that's my 4 proficiency. No, I've got one left. Sorry.
35.
oh yeah, also this will be the slot box. I can find a better robot.
Where do you want it?
Just put him. You can put him randomly on the board because he's going to be walking around.
Yeah.
So do we still have plus 18?
You still have the plus 18, everybody loses the aid.
Oh.
So
Okay.
put these boys just around the tables
NPC number 1. NPC number 2.
as it gets a little bit.
That one's brought a barrel of money with him.
Yeah, man, he's brought a barrel or something. Might not be
There's
money.
people around, so.
Why is he carrying the barrel?
Have we lost our death ward as well?
Yeah, Death Ward's gone as well.
Jamie.
What about the good berry?
it's
So
pretty
we're
good.
last-
Okay,
yeah,
that's
what's
right.
on
One hit point.
So those
no,
those
it's
blank
fine.
things are usurpers. aren't
Yep.
they? Cool. Yeah, that's fine.
Oh
the
man,
colours do matter.
like a bunch of portals.
So at one point, Scabs will go up to you and he'll go, "Any of those guys know how to deal in krakens?" Well, as in the kraken game, Black Kraken.
How hard is it?
It's not very hard. It's Black Kraken. Basically, all it is they've got to be a dealer. They draw 2 cards. They have one face up, one face down, and then they hand each other player 2 cards, and their cards are face up. And then they just go passing around the
I
table.
think it's very similar to a game I know. I think that'll be fine.
Yeah. That's good. Alright.
On the big tables, or?
Yeah, it's on the big tables. This is where they do this card game. I'll be dealing as well occasionally when things get a little less busy. But yeah, I guess enjoy the night, more or less. For what it's worth. And see any murderous folk.
In the safe room, Simulacrum Lycrum is going to create a tiny hut around them, so nobody can enter at all.
Cool. So, we're going to go individually for what's happened. So I'll have a look at the event. So, as people are walking to and fro, you get some tidbits of information. So, first off, like, let's see.
Also, there the action.
So you're at the
I'm
end.
still disguised, so I'm
Still
like
disguised.
a sailor, yeah.
Your friend has now woken up,
Nice.
and he's back to. He sits.
Time
on
for
the
round
side.
2.
You bet it is. Where's that bloody bot?
It's definitely my round.
You don't know.
No, I get proficiency times per day, so I've refreshed it.
Oh, okay, cool.
Real mad. So you go around, and I'd like you to make a perception.
Oh, sure. Let's go for perception.
Actually, before this happens,
Yeah.
during the
Oh, I've already
prep
rolled it.
time, I know this is going to matter this maybe. During the prep time, I'm going to just casually be tapping down on the shoulder at some point during the day. I'm going to cast True Seeing.
Which
So he has True Sight, so he can see through like disguise self spells and stuff like that.
cool.
For the duration.
Oh, I see myself. Oh, so hairy.
How long does it last?
That's an hour, so I'll do it like just before this event starts.
Cool.
I'm going to use a lucky on that. I
Right.
got a 4, so... That's better.
Hey, lucky doesn't fail you this time. Oh,
19.
nice. Okay, so you're here.
That's lucky, that's...
So you hear from across the
Disguise
across another one of the other tables. You see a man and a woman talking to each other, and they seem to be a little wary. And they talk about specifically.
Arr, me hearties, what's the talk of the town?
Are you just going up to them?
Sure,
Well,
why not, yeah.
Okay, so you hear so you go up to them and they go, hello there. What you after? I mean, we're just talking
Some-
about. You-
Rumors, some stories,
Oh, you want to hear a tale, do you?
a tale, a
A
shanty.
tale.
yes.
Well. I'll tell you the tale of two coats. That's what I'll tell you.
And I pull up a stool, almost knock the table as I sit down.
And the woman goes, oh, you're gonna talk about that two coats again?
Yar!
Right. Well, you better do it right this time. He goes, yeah. I know two coats.
And I sit forward and I'm like this, like staring directly at it. Go on.
Okay, so there was and then the woman interrupts immediately. There was a tale of two coats, and he's known as the Gambler's Woe. He's a big fella, and the reason they call him Two Coats is he sewed two coats together of his latest victims that he ate, and fashioned a nice saunty attire from it. And old Two Coats, what he does is, well, you see, he comes up to you.
Yar.
He gives you a song. Sometimes he gives you a little tap on the shoulder and he goes, well, hello there.
Hello there.
He seems and acts like he's a guide of the lost and, well, a fat creature. He told it to me this one time. He said, well, he promised that I could finally win the race. See, we has your build rat races years, you know.
Yar, yar.
where we have them in like pens, and these little rats put them in, we bet on them,
Yar.
and I had the winning bet, but I never quite got six right. But then Two Coats, he's like, I know which one it is, and guess what? I make the bet,
Yar.
I get a big payout, I get 10,000 krakens.
That's a lot of crackers.
Yeah, and I thought I should hang out with this Two Coats guy, and it was pretty good, you know. I won 3 bets in a row that time.
That's a lot
And then
of crackers.
and then you told me, go big, go home. And he told me which one it was.
Yeah.
And I went bust. I betted everything on it,
And you went home?
empty-handed. I went home, homeless.
Did he
If it wasn't for Alfia, I'd be on the streets, and I bet that's exactly what he would have wanted. And you see, it's the thing. It's that sweet voice of his, purrs almost, and well, two coats gets you once, he'll get you for all it's worth, and you can never stop going to him.
Does he have a big bushy beard?
He has no beard. He's slimy, inside and out. So watch out for two coats. You see a big guy, and it looks like his coats are two different colours. Two coats.
Does he come here often?
He doesn't. You won't see him in places like this.
I'll keep an eye out.
He comes when you least expect it, or when you think you're going to do some winnings. But I tell yous, watch out for the songs, watch out for the tunes.
I do like me shanties.
Anyway, you just want a game. And he gestures to the black Kraken table.
I only have collateral, and I'll put down a healing potion.
It's worth enough. And they go, and you guys go off to the Kraken table. So,
How many people would you say are roughly here?
there's about like 10 people
Yeah.
at the moment. This is like the start of it. Cool. Well, there's like around 10 people. I don't think I put 10 people down there.
And none of them are disguised from the top.
No.
I want to stay hidden as well, by the way, so in shadow, whatever I can find, and if there is a
Yeah,
space
make like
to be hidden,
there's loads of places to hide.
yeah, but
Make
I'll
a-
hide, so I'll make the roll when you need, if someone spot me or something.
Gotcha, but you're mostly upstairs, right? 'Cause,
Yeah.
I mean, you can hide like the foot of the stairs.
Yeah, so
But yeah, you'll keep that in mind. And Connor, while you're outside, make a perception check.
That's 22.
22, nice. So you hear some passing gossip outside. Okay, so you hear some passing. You see a couple of folks pass over. It seems like a small gang of people. And they seem to be strolling around, happy as can be. And they go, "Yeah, the king's dead. The saltwater king. Finally kicked the bucket." He says old Fortune got her. Well, I mean, she's hardly old, is she, Fortune? No, she sounds like a young thing. But yeah, Fortune got him. He's gone. He's finally gone. Old Gangplank. Tangerine bugger. He's gone. Dead. Sunk. Straight to the bearded lady's locker. So, I guess we can clear him off the bounty board, huh? And one goes, "I wouldn't be so sure. We haven't seen the body yet." "Oh, come on. He's sea monster chow by now. There's nothing left of him." And then they walk off. Unless you like go up to them. But yeah, you're otherwise like stout, standing in front of the door with all the animals circling around like helicopters. Yeah, that's all you see for now. And then next up, we'll go with Maylee. Here's some gossip at the bar. Well, you may do.
I can't get that. I'm from up in from the
Yeah,
council.
you might
Well,
be.
that's great ears, isn't it?
Well, we'll see if you got great ears.
No, 13.
No, you don't quite hear them from the perfect position, unfortunately. But with that, it's normal. It's like a nice lax first hour. So, in your Kraken's game, Dan, make a sleight of hand check.
Or maybe I don't want to cheat.
Oh, well, you want to play fairly, do you?
No.
In that case. Oh, well, there we go. I figured.
That is a 2 plus 2. That is a 4. Oh, I got this one.
Yeah, let's just say you lose your healing potion.
Yeah.
Yeah, they flipped 2 Kraken aces and a bearded lady.
I don't quite understand how I lost.
Well, I think you learned a thing or two anyways. At least you learned the tale of 2 coats. Thanks for the thing. I don't know what it does.
It's poisonous to humans.
Oh, is it? He pockets it. And then the woman looks over and goes, "Watch out for 2 coats now, love." And then they walk out,
Yeah.
victorious.
Sure, yeah.
And with that, we'll go on to the next event. So about 2 hours pass at this point.
Should it take 8?
If it's
about
2
8.
hours, I've only got 1 charge left.
Gotcha.
So after an hour, I will go into the toilet back out as Farron.
Gotcha. So for a bit, your friend's gonna go around going.
Yeah, that was a more virtuous like you.
He goes, oi! He goes, oh, where's me body at? And he goes up to the barkeeper and he goes, yo, you seen me pal that I was with? The guy that bet on the slots and lost his potion. And Scabs goes, I don't see him anywhere. He looks around. Didn't see nothing.
I did see it. Oh no. Farron starts with a pirate voice and goes.
Yeah, I was about to say, he turns around, he's like, me pal.
I did see a sailor being ill outside. That might be your friend. He was a bit worse for weather.
Oh dearie me, I better make sure he's okay. And he goes out of the door.
Seems all
So
these flying
Connor,
animals around
passing
there.
through is a very piratey looking gentleman that was with Farron earlier. So he just walks out and he goes, you seen me pal? Did he go out here? Yeah, he had a coat, he had a hat. Well, I guess you just must have missed him. And then he goes out into the night and he stumbles a bit, but he goes out into the night and he goes, I don't know your name, but where are you? Where are you, buddy? And he's gone. Next up is okay. So where are you roughly at, sir?
Well, I'm looking very puzzled.
Yeah.
It looks like I'm in conversation, which I am with Mamba at the moment.
Yeah, metallic.
Yeah, but I'm trying to work out where Farron is. And then Farron comes back in eventually.
Yeah.
And then I just do like a Joey from Friends and going, yeah, there he is. Yeah. Oh, and I just wave across the Farron.
I had a crush.
Just to that table and beers and things.
I had a cross and I'll take a seat. I was just doing some reconnaissance and I was disguised as one of the deceased.
Actually talking in my head, was that speech on true?
Yes, that was me. Did you not recognise my voice?
Well, you could be betrayed. You need some sort of code word. You need to start each message when you do that with like, so I know it's you. Or something.
I can use a pirate voice if you want. I was.
No.
Did you see me?
No, just try the message. Yes, try a message. We'll start with. Yes, so I know it's you for sure then, because nobody else would do that, would they? Let's face it.
No, nobody else would do that.
So
no.
try messaging me then.
What, right now?
Yes, right now.
I do it out loud.
So most of the people gambling, which is like around 10 or so people, they look around at you and they stop for a minute and then they just go back to what they're doing. And then Scabs goes, is everything alright up here?
Just warming up my vocal cords, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
These battle cries can be very hoarse on your throat. Because you warm up the vocal cords from a bit, of course.
Yes. We're just doing vocal exercises. I hope it's not.
I'm very confused.
Gotcha. Right. I'll leave you to it. And he looks at you concerned.
But before you go, please just try it once. I think you'll enjoy it. Give it more. Give it really like.
Breathe from
give it some.
With him.
Yes.
Okay.
Everybody join in now. Everybody all together. 1, 2, 3.
Said
See,
about half
you
of the
feel
people.
better, don't you?
I don't feel any better at all.
I'm sure you do. You're just deep down inside.
So one guy stands up and he starts walking like the middle of the moon and he goes, Oi mate.
Oi.
Sure.
Pleased to meet you. What's your name, sir?
It's please shut up. I'm trying to play Black Kraken.
Are you any good at gambling?
You better.
I'm awfully. I'm so bad at gambling. I just didn't know what to do. I have all this money.
Well. I'm sure I could give you a little extra money. How's that sound?
And I just don't want you anywhere near me. I want you totally away from me.
You make that noise again, and I'm gonna take all the
Okay.
games.
I'm gonna
Right.
I'm gonna
But you-
try and position myself behind the guy.
Okay.
So
To get
basically,
you his
we're
cards.
manoeuvring into a card game where you can tell me what cards meant.
Okay,
he's
so
got.
so he turns around and goes, "What are you doing?"
Doesn't matter, Black
I'm just like,
It's not a versus game.
I don't know. I don't know what it is. I'm just having a gamble.
You play against the house. You don't play against the other players.
Oh, really? Oh.
Yeah,
Hey,
it's
play it
like
again.
basically.
Well, I'll have a go. I'll try your gambling.
And then you hear from across the room, "Oi, I'd like a game too." And you see at in the door, and you see him past. So first off, Con, you see this guy walk through the door. He's a relatively short guy. He's got a big, almost like cowboy hat, and a brown jacket. He's twiddling around with some cards that have weird
recognize him.
sigils on them. You immediately recognise him, but I'll get to it. And then you see a large guy with a cigar, who's more or less just reloading his cigar. He gets another cigar.
Reloading his cigar.
Yeah.
Cha-ching.
And he starts taking a big old inhale, and then he goes in. He puffs the smoke in your face.
Before he goes in, I'm gonna give him a pat down.
Oh, okay. What are you doing?
I'm a bouncer. Okay, I'm gonna pat him down.
Okay.
He's got a
Sound
massive
effects.
rifle on his back.
He's got he's got a massive gun on his back.
What's this?
Yeah, nothing to see here.
I've got a license for that. I'll have you know. He pulls out his license. There's a load of in his purse. He's got a couple of sketches of it appears to be memorable times he's had with his friend, which is the short guy. There's one where they're both holding up a piece like a big jewel, and they got their thumbs up, looking at something, or I guess the person who was drawing the. You don't know if they had an artist with them at the time, or if they just crudely drew them themselves. They're of decent quality, and he's got a small little crudely written piece of paper that says. Graves is allowed to own this gun, basically.
Alright, that checks out.
He goes, "Thank you
Not the
very much."
cleverest.
And they walk in, and yeah, you immediately recognise them. And the small guy goes up to the table, you guys' table, and he sits down and goes, "Deal me in." And the bigger guy goes up to the bar, and he immediately goes and asks for some drinks. So you're sitting at the table. You're going to move over to the bar. Okay, and you're still upstairs, aren't you?
I'm still watching everything that goes on, that's all. Keep
Cool.
an eye.
So you're basically watching just some interesting folk and a guy with a massive gun walking into the store, and well, not the store, the casino, and he goes up to the bar, and yeah, that's of note. So the small guy sits down, he plays some black krakens, and who's playing with him, basically?
Gentlemen, if you explain the rules of the game to me.
Well, you never played black kraken before?
Never.
Well, I'll tell you the rules. So essentially, dealer over there, you talk, and he points to the doll that you have, basically. Dealer
She's
talks.
gonna sign no.
Okay, I'll tell you then. So, black kraken, real simple. Dealer deals us all 2 cards. Dealer has a card face down, one of them face up. The rest of our cards face up. And we keep going until we get to 21. Ace, or a kraken, is a 10 or 1.
Sounds awful cheap. Or 11. I suppose I've got some money coming. Would anybody care to give me a momentary loan so I get gambling?
I ain't giving you nothing, Mark.
No, okay.
How about you, Phil? I'm joining, and he looks at you.
So, just for reference, the last time I spoke to them, I was in Harrow, wasn't I?
Yeah, he doesn't recognise you at all. He just sees you because you're near the table.
Oh, good sir, I couldn't possibly gamble.
Right, harsh time. I don't know. Maybe I'm feeling a little generous. Maybe I should put a little crack on the bed.
You wouldn't cheat my friend, would you?
No.
Barman,
I only
inside
play the film.
Barman, bring me some Krakens, please. I need an advance.
Okay.
22.
He's 100% going to cheat him. He gives you the cheekiest grin ever.
I ain't gonna cheat.
I play more than fair.
In your head. And you just hear, don't bet a lot, he's definitely a swindler. But keep it interested.
Well, don't you want a little bit of starting cracking?
Hey, Barman, some Kraken for advance, please.
Scabs goes, just the once, and he goes upstairs, and he knocks on the door. Meanwhile,
Hang on.
oh,
Past me.
well, yeah, he goes up to you, and he goes.
Well, no, I'm hiding, so will he spot me?
Have you rolled your?
Just standing on a
No, I haven't, but I'm on a 30
As long as
something.
your eyes are closed.
So,
34.
so he doesn't see you, and he
What are
goes.
you hiding behind?
Because I'm hiding behind this. Essentially, there's a balcony type thing. Must be a something. I'm assuming to
Yeah,
look
yeah.
down on the things. So
There's
I
a
can,
load
I
of
can
like.
look at him.
There's a couple of barrels and stuff.
Yeah, so I'm kind of hiding there. So I'm watching kind of what goes on
So
down there.
he
and
looks
I'm here.
around and he's startled at first because he doesn't see the person that was supposed to be guarding the door, and he goes, "Where did Mei Li? Where'd you go?"
I'll just whisper. I'm still here from the darkness.
That's reassuring.
Reassuring. I'm just going to get, and he looks around the room, some Krakens from the safe.
What for?
Just to do a starting bet.
Where's the safe?
It's in the room.
Well, I better mind you. Make sure I can watch over you. Make sure that you keep the safe fire. You know, it's safe.
No. I'd much prefer it if you were on the other side of the door, because your friend's inside of the building.
Okay, fair enough.
What happens if the safe stays the safe?
That's a good point.
Okay, in the meantime, Mac. So your time with Lax is weird because he's mostly sitting at
He
his
wants to
desk.
be on top. But
He finally turns his chair around and he's working at the office. He has a load of these accounting. What are they called?
Abacus?
Abacus. He has a couple of. He has
Abaci.
a couple of abaci, and he's scrolling through those. He keeps going faster and faster, and he seems to be shivering a bit. And as you're there, is anything you wish to do, Mag?
Yes, and all the time I'm there, I've been staring intently at the Salaka room, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were going to do it on the guy.
anyway, the Lax does have 18 temporary hit points.
18 temporary hit
Yeah.
points. Cool.
So,
That's got half your health.
He's just sitting there like this.
that's all I'm doing, I'm staring at it, and I would like to know some certain things.
Okay. Oh, okay.
So,
Let's AC. Let's
so compared to me,
So for reference, you
There
have
we
to tell me
go.
what yours are for each one.
dexterity, strength score, is it less than mine?
And what's yours?
16.
It's lower than yours.
Dexterity score.
Yeah, what's yours?
No, 18, sorry.
Oh,
18
yeah.
strength. 10.
Higher than yours.
Your con score?
I assume 14 is lower than yours.
Yeah. AC.
Mine is lower than yours.
Because of course it is.
Current hit points is less than mine.
Yep.
Total class levels.
Higher than yours.
Any fighter levels.
What, compared to yours?
Yeah.
You lower than yours.
Yeah.
Cool. So you're staring up this simulacrum. What's your simulacrum doing?
Well, you started off dancing, then he ritually cast Tiny Hut around the thing. So actually,
The guy can't get in.
the guy can't get in. Not that he knows that, because he wouldn't know until he opened the door.
We'll try
I
to
just
do it.
saw the blackness that was the bouncing room that he
Oh,
couldn't
okay,
get into.
okay.
Well, no, there's a door in front of it. He can't open the door because the hut's
Not
behind
touch
it.
shutting it. The door. The door.
Yeah, so you
will
can't
be
even
shut,
open the door. Yeah, you can't even touch the door.
He can touch the door. He can't open the door.
Ah, right.
So,
You're away from Dimwits, okay.
So after a bit, Lax stops doing his accounting, and then he turns to you ever so slightly, and he goes, it still there?
Yes, unfortunately.
Yeah, I can talk, you know.
He's talking to him.
Can talk.
Just ignore it.
He's talking to him.
It'll go away.
Can talk. It can talk. What's it doing?
It's
Is it just behind you? It's like,
it's watching you.
Intently.
It's looking at me right now.
It's protecting you.
Okay.
Intently.
I'll believe.
Correct.
What are you doing?
I'm accounting. I'm more or less figuring out all of the shit that, well, the stuff that was the money that was lost last time.
How much did you lose?
Lost 100,000 crack.
Oh wow. So
much better.
your krakens, right?
Yeah.
They don't actually seem to be worth very much in comparison to gold coins. And I'll show the gold coin.
What's that? It looks like it's awfully thick for a coin, isn't it?
Well, it's a gold coin. It's a gold coin.
Oh yeah.
It's our currency. Yeah, but easy though. Has it got the same amount of gold in it?
No, it doesn't.
So what would you say the exchange rate is?
It's like about twice as thick. I imagine it carries double the value of a kraken.
Okay.
Huh.
There you go.
Well, I've never seen one of these before. Don't know if they deal them up north.
So, what gods do you know of?
Gods? Well, I'll tell you one that, well, I know of her, and while I don't venerate her, I respect her, as all people in town should.
Who?
The bearded lady.
Never heard of her.
Well, you wouldn't, you're not from here. She's the, as far as I know, she's the god of the ocean here.
Okay.
And, well,
Do you know anything about gods from up north?
no,
Okay.
I imagine they have their own gods there.
They do. I know 3 of them.
You know them? So
Yeah.
what, you venerate them, or
No.
so you know of them? Are they as scary as the bearded lady?
I don't think the bearded lady's overly scary.
Yeah, you've seen what I've seen.
You haven't seen what I've seen.
Well, touche.
I've seen the
Also
volley
know-
bear.
As he says that, you know,
A bear.
minor illusion of the lolly bear behind him.
He turns around and he looks a little scared at first.
It's like a 5 foot, like, you know, illusion.
You see that? But it's like 1,000 times bigger when it's angry.
And he's like destroying the gates of the Black City, yeah?
As intimidating as that is, doesn't compare to what I saw in the depths.
What did you see in the depths?
A fish this big.
Massive kipper.
I won't tell you the whole story, but I fell off my ship
Alright.
and
Why?
I told you I'd tell you the whole story.
Okay.
I
That might be
fell,
pertinent.
I fell off my ship. I'll have you know it was an enemy knocked me into the water, cannon
Alright,
fire.
okay.
And I got knocked into the ocean,
Yeah.
face down,
Yeah.
and as I was sinking, it felt like I was being pulled.
Yeah.
I wasn't floating back up, and then
How are you breathing?
I wasn't breathing. I was holding my breath. I was holding my breath for dear life, but I was stunned. I
Okay.
couldn't move. I got hit, well, almost hit by a cannon.
Okay.
I was sinking down, and then I saw this.
What's a cannon?
I don't know what a cannon is.
No.
It's a big. It's attached to ships. It's like a.
I've been on loads of ships.
It's like a gun. Not used a gun. And he pulls out like a sort of. If I tell you the area, it'd be around 1500, 1600 sort of. You know, first sort of design of a gun.
A musket.
Yeah, basically.
Okay. Yeah.
one of these. It's like one of these but bigger.
Right.
And it's attached to a ship.
Right.
Several of these attached
What
to a
does it
ship.
do? Prod things.
Fires an explosive ball,
Right.
something, shrapnel, gunpowder I think it's called, and boom.
Oh, I'm bored with that now. So you're sinking.
Yeah, sinking. So I'm
Holding
sinking
your breath.
down, holding my breath. And then I see this thing pulsating. It's massive. You're saying that thing 100 times bigger.
1,000 times bigger.
Yeah. I couldn't see the end of it.
What is it? Because you're in the sea and it was dark.
Maybe, but the
Alright.
it was this thing. It was pulsating.
Okay.
It was purple. It was all
Right.
these lights, and then there were these 6 eyes.
Yeah.
Green.
So when he says the 6 eyes, I'm going to change the minor illusion to that of the Watcher.
Gotcha. So he doesn't notice the image, but then but you see it, and as he's describing that, and
Does it look like that?
he turns around and he goes, he like falls off his chair.
Mm-hmm.
He goes, more eyes than that though.
Alright,
It's
okay.
close.
Alright.
And those eyes,
Yeah. Come. There's like, it's got eyes, that's alright.
massive. Those eyes were like 3 of me. There
Okay.
were 6 of them, and then I was pulled out
Bye.
by Scabs. He got me.
How did he pull you out?
He dropped the rope and he dove down, rope attached to his leg. He
Right.
managed to grab me up. I don't know if what I saw was real, vision, something, but I think the sea's after me.
Okay.
I think the Ripper has come to claim those, the Slasher even. He's come to claim those who are wanted by the sea, who have seen something that they weren't supposed to see.
Okay.
And that's why I'm in here.
Why don't you just move?
It's a great place up north.
Go inland. Go inland.
I'm planning. I'm needing. That's why I'm doing this.
I've got a really nice little village for you.
You do?
Yeah.
I can
Where
actually
is
take you there right now if you wanted to go.
Do you want to go?
Got teleportation circle locked in.
How do I get there? That thing?
He'll magic you.
But what about Scabs?
You can
Yeah,
take the
scabs,
scabs
yeah.
as well if you want.
Okay. How do I know I can trust that? I've never seen one of them before.
Or what?
Now, I do have feelings, you know.
You do.
No, he's pointing at the circle.
Well, it's not there yet. There's only
Yeah,
one.
yeah, we
other-
haven't made
the
it.
other location.
Whatever he's doing, I know to trust him.
Well, okay. So you got a choice. Yeah. You wait for the sea to come and get you because we're not going to be here forever, are we?
No, but I'll be gone. I'll be gone after that.
Yeah, you'll be gone. You can go to the village now. Ish. Ish.
Really?
You and Scabs can go get all your stuff together. Leave the bot
Okay.
and off you go.
But what about
About what?
Bushy Beard?
What
What are you gonna?
You just sell it.
But it's my life's work.
Yeah, but if your life's only for another 10 minutes, what does that matter?
Yeah, point. But it's all that I really have left of.
So what you're saying is you're willing to risk your life over the sea that wants to kill you for a building.
You're right. It's stupid.
It is stupid.
As long as you're taking the Scabs.
You take
Sure.
Scabs with you.
Okay. Well, and I'm sure I can trust you, right?
You can trust it.
Well, that's trustworthy.
You can trust it. Right.
Hey. And then you grab Scabs.
You hear a shout.
Speaking of which, you
Can I
hear
voice?
the sound of Scabs distressed, asking where Melee is, and then promptly calm down. He then opens the door, and then he's like, you see him on the other side, and it's like, what is
When did you say this, by the way? But when he just arrived, or before?
When he was about to open the door.
It's better to open the door. Do you want the Scabs? No. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't
Well, I'm
open the
surprised to
door.
see the door with a big
We
bubble
can open
around
it
it.
from the inside.
Yeah, you.
I'm kind of worried. Are you okay, Mac?
You can open it.
You okay, Mac?
Yeah, I'll open the tiny hut door and go,
Oh, sorry.
Scabs,
Yeah.
go and get all your stuff together. You and Lax are on a journey
Go on,
inland,
adventure.
away from the sea. Get all your stuff together.
Where are they going, Matt?
Where are we going?
They're going to Ornsall village.
Oh, okay.
Right.
It's like in a desert. There's no sea there.
Take a desert. I'll take a desert over the smell of murdered sea monsters.
There you go. So go and get your stuff together.
Okay.
Are we taking the bar with us?
No, we're not going.
Oh,
Well,
where are they going?
if I,
To be away from the sea
if
So
we,
we get the buy.
if we ask you,
and the bottom.
The bar.
make
We all
sure,
want the bar.
make sure you close up the bar
Yeah.
Yes, we will.
and the casino.
Of course.
Yes.
Right. Lax. These you trust these guys, right? And Lax goes, you think you trust them? And he goes, yeah, they've been fine. They've given us all these servants. We can have the servants, right?
Yeah.
No.
Who's next in charge after Scabs?
I
You can
am.
borrow them for a week to get
Just
yourself
checking.
sorted.
I'll take him. That's fine, yeah? You know what? Let's go.
Is Matt next in charge after Scabs?
Yeah, sure.
That makes sense.
Right. Let's go, Lax. Get the safe. Lax goes, right. I guess we're going then.
Get the safe.
And then he grabs the safe as well. Scabs
Get the
grabs
safe.
Yes, I
So
say.
What
spend
about
to the safe and the 12.
Well, they will give you their money.
So they're going to pay.
They're going to pay Mac
2,000 for everyone that's here.
Yeah, 2,000 krakens for everyone. Isn't it?
Yeah, including the extra 12 we bought.
The extra.
So that's 18 of us total times 2,000.
He's not
yeah.
counting them. He doesn't have enough funds for that.
How much does he have?
What about the animals?
It looked right.
He's looking like you're locking up shop, isn't he?
It's okay. It doesn't matter in the greater scheme of things, right?
What about the apple? The animals?
No, they don't
Puncher
count
or
either.
something.
Right then. So they go.
Look, so the real people. There's
Yeah,
1,
1,000
2,
gold a head,
3,
yeah.
4,
So 6,
5,
6.
6,
$1,000 a head.
2,000.
No, it's 2,000 kraken.
Functionally, yeah.
$1,000 a head.
Yeah.
I would like my payment in krakens.
You get 2,000 krakens. Well, it's all going to be in krakens
It's all in
anyway.
krakens.
Can I get my 2,000 krakens?
So they go through the teleportation circle, yeah?
Yeah. They go on it.
How long does that take?
Lax is like
It takes a
nervous
minute to
looking.
cast, then it's open for one round.
And as the well,
You get your message in your head where all the servants go. Noted.
the servants vanish.
Oh, you also get a start.
I'm very confused.
You don't know why.
So Scabs is now
All
gone.
for it.
Is he gone?
So let's wait and s-
Oh,
So, they well, Lax looks at Scabs and he looks at you and he goes, "Oh, thank you so much.
It's alright.
I hope for great fortune. I hope you don't run into that thing."
No, so the mayor of this town's quite nice. No, she's the mayor.
yeah.
What was her name?
Jenny.
Yeah, so tell Jenny that Farron sent you here.
Yeah, I'll tell him. That's fair. And Scabs goes, "All right, well, we'll see you around. Thank you for your service." And
Oh, good luck, and we will be in touch because we go there regularly.
You may be able to set up a new casino there as well. They might want one.
well, we'll see what we can do.
It's a place you
Yeah,
get
the
your bolt
followers will
from.
very capably be able to build a house for
As
us.
long as we have them for a week, so we'll But, well, all I can say is, Longlegs seems to be finally out of Bilgewater.
Enjoy.
Yeah.
We will see you at some point.
We
Don't
will
worry.
see you soon.
Right, well, adieu. And they give you like a nod with their hats.
Right.
And in, well, Scabs' bandana. And then, poof.
Well,
The second they go through-
he's got to do a thing. You got to.
Yeah, so do teleport circles. Obviously, the walk through closes. The second walk through, something like him hands you the bounty, which is an additional 50,000 krakens.
For the...
Yeah, for the bounty of this person who we were actually supposed to deal with. The
Of the
yeah.
slaughter dog slash.
Which we've got to kill the.
I'll give it to you. I don't care.
I'll
Well,
keep
he's
all that.
hiding, right? So how do you know where he is?
Oh.
And what?
We have been talking.
We've been talking. I'm sitting beside with you guys.
Okay.
I'm right. We've been talking because we're
So-
making sure I get the crack.
So once you guys do that, we cut back to the game of Black Kraken, and the guy with the cowboy hat rears up his hat and looks around and he goes, Where do the dealers go?
Anyways, I'm
Really,
here
you need to
messing
go
around.
and deal.
Okay. I'm gonna go through the top digits so I'll bring in the exit this game.
Okay, cool.
I think that's go in 10 minutes.
Ah,
you're,
perfect
you're,
timing.
you're going with the guys. then?
Yeah, me and all mine are gonna go through.
Okay. Well, I will take over the dealing then, since he's gone.
Cool.
I will instruct you to take over the dealing.
Yeah. So, skedaddle, and then you come over, and you're now the dealer. So,
I'll say.
so both griffins disappear as well.
Yeah.
So Connor, both griffins poofed. You just chilling. Gotcha.
Yeah, I'm in intense meditation.
So you're not stopping the people walking through the door. So that's some fine work right there. So
I will kind of have a quick sort of suss of the game, because it doesn't look like something too complicated, and then start doing some crazy ripple shuffling with some some dark things in amongst my eye like this. Okay.
You're whispering yeah. You know?
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah, it always wins.
well then, so you still want me to lay out a few little starter krakens, do you?
No, I think we're alright now.
What's that, Mark? What are you doing here? What?
No, it's,
All right.
I'm in charge now.
Oh, right. Is that
That's
my
your payment, yeah.
Tell me, gentlemen, what happened to the staff? The rest of them?
They've gone to set up a new establishment.
Well,
I'm in charge now. This is
so
my
you are now
gambling.
the owner of this establishment.
That's right.
Okay.
Well, it's actually owned by a consortium
Right. Well,
called the Brotherhood.
if you, Mr. Brotherhood,
It's now called the
member,
Brotherhood
wish
Bearded
to
Lady.
wish to play some more Black Kraken.
No, I know. You play against the house. It's fine.
In the meantime, that the big guy with the gun is looking rather annoyed at the bar because there's no one serving him drinks anymore.
Sid, this sounds right up your alleyway.
Yes.
They have a big bottle of brandy.
You go and work for bar. That's some random person.
No, Sid, why don't you go and show them how a bar should be run?
No, I don't serve. I am served.
There's free brandy.
Oh. Hey, well, one game then, and then I'll go and see what it's like on the other side. Yes, it really connects me with the common people, wouldn't it?
It does.
Like these people,
it'll
like,
make you,
like this gentleman. With
Sid,
the big,
it will make you a man of the people.
You hear across like the room. You hear, "Where's my drink?" And then the small guy goes, "Whoa, hold on, Graves. I'm gonna play a game, and he's gonna serve you the winnings." And he gives him a smirk and a wink, goes like that to his mate, and he lays out his bets. And you guys are. So who's playing this game?
So I'm playing against.
No, you're
So you're
dealing.
dealer.
I'm dealing.
So he plays against the house.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm dealing.
I've got to tell you, I'm not awfully lucky. If we played a lot, you'd probably fleece me. So why don't we just have one big bet and just have one hand?
You want to go all in from the start? I'm fine with that.
Immediately put 2 passes
He stretches his hand, and a couple of cards fall out of his sleeve.
Hey, you forgot your extra cards.
Oh, they're my fortune cards.
Can I just make see if he's actually got anything more up his sleeves and things like that? Swear.
Perception check.
Yeah, I'm not very good at this, but we'll try our best. No, I'm pretty useless at that. I can't spot.
Meaning, I would suggest that we change the cards.
Yeah.
Fresh cards for fresh customers. New business sweeps clean.
Oh, what cards we're dealing with, eh?
Oh, I should take out a pack of playing cards because I've got a pack of
I
playing
have got a
cards.
pack of-
Oh,
I
yeah,
thought-
you do.
I thought I had some cards. I clearly
The
don't.
first time. because it comes with it.
These just normal cards.
Yeah.
Hell, I ain't seen a card like this since Piltover.
Fresh backs.
Oh, they'll have pictures of semi-naked orc ladies.
And each one has a different number of moves, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So,
That's awkward.
very risque card you got there, sir. I don't mind. It looks like it's more or less the same game, just a different coat of paint.
Yeah.
Alright then. Out your bets, dealer.
Okay, I'm gonna lay them out, but
I'm putting 20,000 crackers.
Okay, I am gonna fill them. So who's playing the game?
So we got
20,000.
20,000 krakens.
We haven't got that much money to back it up with.
How much kraken did we get paid?
Sorry, sir. There is a table limit.
Oh, well, I was feeling generous to them. And he puts his kraken away into a bag of holding, and then he goes, ow.
Let's do 1,000 at table limit.
Is that all?
1,000, only
Each
1,000.
1,000.
Right, before we start, I would just like to, I start muttering in Draconic.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're like
And I'm going to be stacking the deck while I'm shuffling.
stacking the deck.
Stacking
like
the
that.
deck. Pardon?
Like
Yeah. That's why I got him to be the dealer.
Yeah.
Exactly. I can stack the deck. I'm good like that, you know. So we'll see how we go with that.
Jamie, what's your...
That's not bad. That's 32.
It's alright, this can be a certified cut. You know, a fade to black mode, and then fade back in.
I start muttering in Draconic and start saying stuff about
A bit bright.
magics and enchantments. Then I'll switch into Dwarvish and say about the power of a coin and stuff. And then I will switch into Celestial in an angelic voice. Yeah, there's
This guy,
righteousness. Yeah, around this establishment. And then I will switch into Infernal. And then I'll
He
switch
tips up his hat a bit and he
and then I will switch back into Con. So let this power imbue this place, and let the murderer take the soul of he that cheats in this game in this establishment. And I make this so, and I prestidigitation and sprinkle in this like all sorts of. I say, boss, the area is sealed now. If anybody cheats in this establishment, they're basically going to hell in the most gruesome way possible.
Excellent.
That is what you wanted. What you
Absolutely.
instructed. Okay, fantastic. Now, how much did you want to bet?
So that's a 32 stacking the deck roll. If anybody cheats in this establishment, all they want to.
That's that zone of truth.
Did I hear any la la la's?
No.
Are you just in my head? Or are you asking if I've cast a spell?
Out of character, yeah.
No, if using your Arcana, you've seen some prestidigitation and some verbose, intimidation, pure charisma oozing out of a Cid. Yeah, to convince them that.
Yeah, that's definitely going to be an intimidation check.
Okay. Right.
Or a deception check.
Well, I've only proficient in persuasion, so.
To be fair, actually, it's more deception.
Yeah. No, well,
I am persuasion, mate.
Yeah, I am telling fibs.
You a lying boy.
What's that?
So
it's not good enough. Yeah.
So you have an advantage on
Yeah, I'm going to spend sorcery
it.
point.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, and you got this, boy. What's that say now?
That's a 19.
19.
That's a bit better.
Plus my guidance. That's 20 plus 2d4 for my
Divine Soul.
yeah. That's another 5 on
Whoa,
top.
nice. Okay, he looks at you.
I stacked it in. It's all in there.
So he looks at you, stone face, but make an insight check.
I don't need an insight check. I'm just going to win this game, not through wisdom, not through insight, not through intelligence, just through pure charisma and just looking like I've just buggered up any cheaters. Yes, I'm just going to stand there with this knowing, smug sort of confidence exuding from me.
Okay.
I'm not going to make an insight check for Toffee, mate.
So,
I know what you feel.
Yeah. It's alright.
right then.
There's some
So-
strange players at this table. Mac, who are all these guys?
I don't know, but just play the game.
Well,
deal
Competent and
deal the
charisma.
cards.
They all
for
seem
him.
very confident.
Yeah, deal the cards.
How
Well,
much
we'll
are we
see.
putting down on this game? You want
There's
to
a table limit of 1,000.
Only
I
about-
thought we said
1,000.
2,000.
No, 1,000 is the table limit.
Any side bets?
But between you guys is up to you. But the table.
Did anybody want to side bet 1,000?
Not side bet.
I trust you, Sid.
I'd side bet.
Thousands.
I'd side bet another. I'd side bet.
Okay, so we got 2,000 in. Anybody else?
You got 1,000. So the table limit is 1,000 per person.
Okay.
The what you do amongst yourselves is amongst yourselves, but the
So
house
it's
is no
you and your
part of it.
companion in for 2,000 with me and
deal 2,000.
and that one. Okay.
That's one.
Right.
Right.
Yes, just that's one. Yes.
Okay, boys. Let's see what we got. So, I need you guys to make. If you wanted to cheat,
So-
I've already stacked the deck with a 32, so.
oh yeah, you start the
We,
deck. So
we don't
he's gonna
we
more or
don't
less
have to
beat you.
cheat because he's cheating for us.
Exactly. That'd be perfectly innocent.
He's
So-
good at it. Yeah.
This is what I
a
do.
team effort.
Okay then, so the deck,
Really?
since the deck is stacked and he only got a natural 2, let's just say you've managed to clean this guy out despite his bravado, and you get an extra 4,000 crowns.
Well, they'll get 4,000.
Is
The
that
house
it?
will get 1,000.
Yeah,
Is that all? As in that completely amount?
So
he's
he's
done,
still,
that's all in.
No, he's
or-
got 5. It can't be all in. So
Oh,
there's 5,000 out. It's 20,000 that we've taken off him on this round of cards.
Right,
you
and
can
that's
take
the only round
Hmm?
that he's playing as
You
well.
can take 3k. I'll just take my one.
So he goes to that and he goes, "You got me.
No. It's fair. It's fair.
I ain't been bested as fairly in at least 6 weeks. I should say, congratulate you. And you know what? I'll let you in a little something. So, y'all's might know that the Salt King, King of the Sea, Gangplank, he's been offed, let's just say. And he left behind a big ship that he stole from Noxus. They call it the Leviathan. And you see me and the big guy walks up to them and he goes, I am gonna get you a drink. He doesn't even get to say anything. Listen, we could work together. Say next week. I think I might know where it is. We could get that ship and all the riches on it. That ship, the Leviathan, used to belong to the Grand General of Noxus. And you know what that means. Money, weapons,
Plunder! Plunder, I mean.
We've got a very lucrative business here.
Yeah, but there's a sideline.
Can I
How
call
much
myself
are we
a
talking
pirate?
riches?
talking Grand General. And also, since it's Noxus, it won't be in Krakens.
What would it be?
Gold.
Doubloons, man.
What?
Doubloons.
The balloons.
So what do you think?
Doubloons.
The balloons.
How about you maybe
Gold.
come down and meet us at, say, the Slaughter Docks next week
Yeah, alright.
at around 5 in the evening.
Okay.
That won't be a surprise for us, will that?
No.
Inside check.
So roll away.
Everyone should. Oh, I'm going to use the lucky on that
surprise.
natural one.
Okay. Oh, we're gonna get a Dan special.
Insight, yeah? 14.
He grins at you. He goes, nah, nothing. Don't worry about it. You beat me fair and square. And you and we. He looks at his mate Graves and I. We're more than happy to have the extra muscle, and we'll lend you a cut. How's that sound?
Can you get me a hat?
I bet
I
I
want one
can
of those
get
cool hats.
a really cool hat.
15,000.
Oh, just for reference, I will go around Bilgewater and I'll be touching all of the plants.
Touching all of the plants.
Is this game's over?
Well, this game's over. He wants a drink.
Yeah, so I leave at that point.
I am going to work the bar like you've never seen it work
Brilliant.
before, boss.
I'm going to the
Oh,
bathroom.
you better give me the best of brandies.
I'm going to the bathroom.
Yes.
I'm going to
You
cast
best do
invisibility
the
on
best
myself.
tipping.
Huh?
I'm going to the bathroom and cast invisibility on myself.
Oh, okay, cool.
Okay.
What you sort of
Well, the real reason is I want to go and sleight of hand and take his purse.
So I've left at this point, just so you know.
Okay.
I've left to go
I'm
touch
going
the
over to the
plants.
bar.
Right. Meanwhile,
But
at the
it's not
bar,
an attack,
there are
I can
flaming
take it.
sambucas and brandies and
Really?
spirits of all sorts in shot glasses, all lined up. Yeah.
Oh,
Going,
one arm.
going down, producing flame, brushing
He's
to
drinking.
flame them all up. Right, boys, bar's open.
Sherman is very excited.
after I've lubricated everybody, so we leaving now, or is our job done here?
So, well, yes and no.
So we're on vacation.
Well, sort of. So we've got to be back here next week. Right. However, we've got a casino and bar that's now part of the Brotherhood's empire.
The Gentleman's Club, I think it needs rebranding.
Yeah, well, you can call it the Gentleman's Club. So,
I can get back here easily.
yeah, so I'm just thinking. So, obviously, Sid, you don't want to manage the place.
God no, that's for the riffraff. I just like enjoying the atmosphere and beating people in games of chance. I mean,
So perhaps
not for the cash. But
Perhaps what I should do
just
is
for the thrill.
we should recruit some people to run it for us.
Okay.
So what's it exactly?
Would you like me to choose?
On the same planet, you must have seen a Twitch destination planet
It's too
Yes!
too menial a task. I tell you who needs to run this place, old boy.
Patches.
Patches. We should put Patches in charge of the bar. The extension, give him his own extension of the Gentleman's Club, and let Patches run this place.
And he wants to see more of a show. He could put a show on.
A mute guy running a casino, what could go wrong?
That would be funny. That would
He's
be
got a
great.
pad?
Patch would be ace. It could be Patch's bar.
He's got a pad?
He needs an electronical one. He's going through paper very quickly.
It's okay.
He needs a magic
We
one.
need to get a tinker to make him some sort of voice box. So if you have different buttons and you can press them to make different sounds.
That's a good
Maybe
idea.
he could talk like this.
That's not a bad shout. So, yeah. So, all in favour of Patch's new job as running the casino?
Yep.
Of course I'm in favour.
Patches the flesh golem.
Yeah.
We need to talk about liking. He keeps bringing new friends.
I'm
on
not
our
keen.
adventures.
Yeah, there's this.
I mean, I'm never sure which one he's liking now. I mean, they both look like him.
They both look like him, yeah.
Yes, we do.
Okay.
Oh, I see what you did there.
Sorry about that. I had to answer some calls from my brother.
It's all right.
Messages. Anyways, right. So
We have a plan.
Okay. So you have a plan.
We have a plan.
Well, as you guys are having this plan, the big guy with the suit with the gun grabs a drink, he downs it in one, and then they both walk out.
Right, and as they go to walk out, that's when we try and take the money as they walk out the door.
You're gonna try to steal.
Yeah,
from
when
them.
we steal it, we're going to sleight of hand steal off the
Okay.
pickpocket.
And if it goes bad, you'll be right next.
Yeah, that's
to
not bad though. That's 35.
You get away with it. You steal.
50, whatever.
Whatever
first, 20,000 on a purse in a sack.
Bag of holding. You've got a bag of holding as well.
Yeah, you
bag of
got my
holding.
bag of holding.
Yeah, that's straight whipped and in the back. But as he walks out the door,
I'll do it for both of them. No, they don't see you.
Yeah, I'm invisible. That's pretty good. It's like
I'm guessing you would have prepped it by getting another sack and putting some,
I don't know.
rocks
No.
or something because the weight difference.
No.
He just takes it and
Yeah.
doesn't notice 50,000
Yeah.
points.
It's a bag of holding. Weighs nothing.
No, but
Oh,
it
no,
goes on
no,
his
but
belt, though,
the
and
guy
it
that
was
had
there,
15,000 coins,
It's a bag of holding.
was it in the bag of holding?
He was in a bag of holding.
Oh,
Yes.
so they've got the bag
Oh,
of
he
holding.
was in a bag of
holding.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So you just need something that weighs £5 then.
It wasn't even near that.
I don't know what happened there. I'm just gone.
Yeah, nice. So you got that successfully. You swindled him. Congratulations, you swindled him the town of swindling. And so they leave. So you see him leave, Carl.
Come back soon.
That's a double
Yeah.
shot.
He tips his hat to you, sort of smirking. And
We only went in there for the pot. We got everything.
well,
That's
we'll see
all
if
I
it's a
went
nice
for.
one in the long run.
Yeah,
Okay.
We only went in there for the
So
pot. We
next
got
up,
the very
the
nails.
time skips over to later in the night to about 9:30 at night.
Okay, so
Yeah.
this is the time. This is the time
Around
where we kind of
26.
like they're going over what we've accumulated. So we're just sitting there going. So we got the pot, we got the bar, all right. And then I smiled at them and said, "And we also got the loot." And I smashed the big boot on top with the 15,000. I said, "That'll do for the Brotherhood."
Hell yeah. All right then.
I don't know. I just found this hanging around.
Are you feeling all right?
Where did you find it?
I just found it just hanging around on somebody's belt. They didn't seem to use it, but needed it very
What
much.
does
yeah,
somebody
yeah.
look like?
Oh, it's just another one of the pirates.
Oh, just a random pirate had.
Just a
that
random
much
pirate.
inside.
They did, yeah.
Oh,
But
okay.
you know,
I mean, technically
Yeah,
speaking,
random pirate.
the house always wins. Do you not know?
Can I count the money?
technically
House always
speaking,
wins.
we were winning that anyway.
So-
we just let him go with some dignity, didn't we?
Well, you ticketed the coffers.
So,
Okay, so I know that there's 15,000 in that purse.
Yeah.
Okay.
and
Yeah, I'll add it to the coffers.
who needs a bag of holding? It appears.
I'd say I wouldn't mind a bag of holding. I don't have
Are
one.
you just going to store brandy in it?
I might. Is there any issue with that? I think it's a perfectly sensible option.
Have you got a bag of holding?
No, but I'm not privy to this conversation.
Yeah, we'll include you.
Well, I think Sid would use this.
I mean, I've got no objection here.
Because he's outside.
Well, no, we'd have called him in by now, telling him what we've got.
Well, I mean, I would like some oats in to be carried about. Because,
You want your oats?
Yeah, yes, and the thing is, if anything did happen to Mamba, breathe not me, I'd have to put his armour somewhere, his body.
I mean, I've got no objection to anyone having it. I'm just making sure that, you know...
Oh, I've got one of those.
No.
I don't need it.
Well, no. I've got one.
So we're okay
Yeah,
with
I've
the
got
brandy
one.
idea then, boys?
Yeah.
Brandy and oats?
If it's yours, you can do what you want with
Yeah,
it.
it's yours. Just take it.
You okay, we'll get one for you. You want one as well? Let's get one for you. We'll put it on the shopping list. Huh?
Well, apparently they're just on people's belts as mainly what's fast.
Yes,
I'm just holding
splendid
my...
job.
I'm taking my bag of holding
I
off
just
my
wa-
belt and put it in down my pants.
We know that the man went to swindle us, and clearly we just needed to make sure that he didn't swindle anybody else.
Really? Was he a swindler?
He was definitely. He
I-
had
I-
cards.
I-
He
I
was
couldn't be
packing
sure,
cards
you
up
know,
his,
but-
up his sleeves. He had cards. He was decking
But did you
things,
like
he
the
was packing-
performance I put on with the
Sid,
voices and
very
it was
impressive.
marvellous.
It's a bit of theatrics.
The good thing is, Sid, I didn't. After you performed it,
that made that.
yeah, after you performed it, I didn't cheat. Just one away.
Right.
One.
So with that, as you discuss the earnings,
Take the money in your bag.
there is like
I've
there
got
is
the 15k, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's actually
Yes, it's
7,500 gold.
7,500
Yeah,
gold.
it's half. It's half.
It is in Crackens, you're right. We
So
might
it's in
need you to
Crackens.
run the bar with.
Yeah.
But Con, do you go back outside at this point?
Yeah, I'm still standing guard.
Okay, cool. So once you go outside, and you're outside for a bit longer, you sort of hear this tune. It seems like it's being hummed. You hear a It's a nice, pleasant tune sung by somebody with a deep voice, just a little bit out of sight.
Is it getting closer?
It gets a little closer, and you see more or less the silhouette of a large gentleman walking past, and he seems to be the one humming. What do you do?
Is it going into the casino?
He's like going diagonally, so he's getting a little bit closer to you, but he seems like he's more or less connecting onto the road. There's a couple of people around outside. And there's been another person or two walking in, but this large gentleman, he seems like twice as wide as your average man, and he is, as you get in closer, he's easily like 7 foot, and his singing gets a little closer. As he moves into the light, you see his face has got no nose, it's bulbous, it's more in the likeness of a catfish. And you see he's got 2 big yellow glowing eyes. He wears a nice little top hat, or I guess a bowler's hat, on his large head. That's devoid of ears, and he wears a large coat. Make a perception check.
That is a 15.
Nice. So other than the massive mouth that he seems to have on him, that's curled up into a sort of purr. You notice that his coat almost seems stitched together, as if it might have been 2 coats before, but it's now in 1 coat to fit his bulbous mass. And he walks along, and he looks upon you, and then he tips his hat and he goes, "Well now, what do we have here? You ain't from Bilgewater, hey? Or rather, you ain't from the Serpent Isles at all. What you doing here, boy?
I'm bouncing.
You're bouncing on it. Well, you
Point.
seem a little bit. You seem like you don't have much to do. why don't you join me, good sir? We can have a little peruse around the docks. And
I'm quite happy here.
That doesn't sound inviting, does it?
come on now, I can give you this.
Oh.
What
And
is
he
it?
pulls out from his coat pocket what looks like a dinosaur.
Oh.
And this dinosaur, you know those lions that you had?
Mm.
It looks very similar to those. I have a feeling you could use something like this. I mean, or at least reckon you're a druid, ain't you? You're one of them nature folk.
Maybe.
Does Mamba see this, by the way?
Mamba does see this, yes. So Mamba's flying around, and Mamba sees this large, bulbous gentleman offering what looks like a toy dinosaur to, or a toy Tyrannosaurus Rex to Connor.
Wait, is that out loud or? Can you? Oh, okay. I just hear that out loud.
Yeah, I've just gone, "Woo!" As I'm pouring drinks, yeah,
Okay.
because I'm getting this message in.
So in
and,
his
and,
head-
and I'm looking at it.
in his head. What seems to be
Nice.
that?
Right, well, I'm not rightly sure, but I think outside there might be some trouble, old boy. It's like a big bulbous thing. I can't really get a lot of detail because Mamba's a bit way up, but the coat seems to be like two different coats on this big chap, and he's outside, right out the door.
I cut you off and say, "Get outside now."
Yes.
And I look at you two as I'm walking past, and I just gesture towards the door.
Okay.
Okay. Is there only one door?
It's like it's
No, there's
one
door.
door, but it's a double door.
Well, the story is.
Yeah, but there's a door on the side as well, is there? Seamus,
Hmm?
there's a door to the side as well.
That's to the toilet.
Oh, right, okay, right. So there's no other door exit to this
Well,
place?
no.
You can go out the window.
Is there a window?
There is upstairs. Like just at the just before you go into the safe room, there's a single window.
And the windows you can get out of?
Mhm.
Right, okay, I'm going for the window.
Cool. Yeah, you can go onto the window, and then you end up on the roof.
How many patrons do we have currently?
So put.
Because I'm going to be leaving the bar, but if somebody looks like they need work, I say,
Sure.
you know,
Put this
You wanna
guy
walk the
just outside
walk
the
the
door
bar.
next to Connor.
and I'll
Ash.
start.
Ash,
making-
Ash.
Yeah,
With
I'll,
Connor.
I'll start making my way through.
Making my way down to.
Okay.
Oh, it's that side, is it? I thought we sat
Okay.
door. Oh, that's that door.
Yeah, yeah, he's floating. This
Yeah.
is Connor floating on his little.
As I
yeah.
run, I touch my staff, and it glows green as I cast
Cool.
it.
Nice. So you guys go outside. Just before
I'm
you,
surprisingly moving quicker than anyone else at the moment.
Mr. Mobile. So just before that happens, what do you do, Con? On
So-
the house.
Well, you.
On the roof.
I'm going to ask what he wants to show.
Oh, yeah, yeah, okay.
What I want to show you, good boy, is
Good boy.
something like this. I can show you a lot of nature around these parts, and more of these. I know a place full of them. And trust me, I can get you them, if you be so inclined. All I need is, well, a little something to pay the bills for food. As you know, I'm a large gentleman. I need sustenance. And if you're willing, I'd sell you a couple of these. You know, and it's only be for about 5 krakens each, and I got at least 5 more of them uphill.
You go get them, bring them to me, and I'll pay you.
Very well. I'll leave this one with you for now, but we shall meet again, good sir. And I think that'll only be 5 krakens for this one.
Here, have a bag of gold.
Oh my! Well, I ain't seen nothing like this before. Not since. And he smirks. Not since. And he pockets it, and then he tips his hat again, and he passes you one of the dinosaurs. As he tips his hat, there's a dinosaur on his head, and then he puts his hat back on. and he goes, "I thank you. I hope I can see you again. If you need anything further, I'm just up in the. Well, I'm just a little bit outside of town.
Oh, okay.
All you need to do is give me a whistle, and I'll give you a woo. Sound good?
Sounds great. Thank you. Pleasure doing business.
As always, good sir. Now I'll be able to feed my appetite very soon." And he walks off. He continues that whole little.
So do we all get there before he goes?
So you explode through the door, and you just see this very large gentleman about to leave. Connor's got a little dinosaur in his hands.
Behold.
Did you make a friend?
I don't think so.
Sorry, just for reference, is it alive or is it like a statue?
It's a little. It looks like those lion statues that.
Okay.
What was it we had about two coats earlier? Some sort of.
Only Fahrenheit.
Oh,
I haven't
we
spoken
did.
to anyone
Yeah,
yet,
no, definitely heard about two.
But you did mention it in the message, didn't you?
Yes.
You did mention
Yeah,
it in the
yeah,
message.
yeah. I said there's something huge and bulbous and.
Yeah. Where did you get that from, my friend?
A weird guy.
Can you describe him?
Well, we just see him going. You can see
Is
him
that
going.
him?
Literally see him walking away.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
I
he
missed
said
that,
you saw him walking away.
Okay. I think
He's
you
big
should-
and ugly.
I think you should get rid of that.
Return it. I'm
It's,
upset.
I heard from the locals that he trades favours and then he buys you in by letting you have small wins and then he takes everything from you.
I'll keep a small.
Okay, just don't let it get any further because it could be dangerous.
Can I inspect the little thing?
Okay. You need to do like an identify on it, basically, or on a Arcana check.
So that is 15.
Nice. So, more or less, once per 2 weeks, it'll turn into a large Tyrannosaurus Rex that looks like it's basically similar to the lions, and it has
I'd like to do that before he gets too far away.
divine sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If he's within 60 foot before he disappears.
He's within that. So
Yeah.
poof.
Yeah, until the end of my next turn, I can sense anything affected by the Hallow spell or know the location of any celestial, fiend, or undead within 60 foot that's not behind total cover. So I can see him. So is he a fiend or a celestial or an undead?
Fiend.
He's a fiend.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm on the roof with the crossbow and I'm pointed at him, so I'm waiting. I'm not going to fire or attack unless one of these guys attack.
They don't
One of these
detect,
guys
they
attack.
detect.
I will attack. If I wait and see what they're at, because they kind of know him. I don't know him at all. So.
And immediately when you see me stop and I'll look and I give him the stare, I'll say, "That's a fiend."
You
My
see him.
God,
You
he's
see him
fiendish.
jollily like jump and click his legs together as he
I'll
walks
say,
off into the
good
distance.
sir.
So he's like 60 foot away and he's still humming.
I will catch up with him.
I'll put my hand on his shoulder. Mac, I don't think you ought to do that.
I do. Okay.
Alright, I'll let go.
So you like Sonic dash up to the guy.
Oh.
What do you do?
Good sir.
Good sir,
Oh.
good day.
He turns around and you see his like hulking mass shift, and he gives you a big grin, and you can see his eyes reflect in the moonlight.
We've just taken over this establishment. We would like to invite you in.
Oh, you wish for me to peruse your establishment
Yes.
Well, you are kind, but I don't have a Kraken on me.
For you, sir, you may have a free drink as our first new customer.
Well, I'm gonna have to pass on that.
Why would that be?
Well, I'm heading home now, and I don't want to get tipsy. You see, I might not look it, but alcohol goes right through me.
Does it?
You bet it does.
Really?
And he grins widely.
Once he's engaged in conversation, I want to look at you people and just motion up and start meandering up there.
What towards?
I'll just give you the nod.
To give him some backup should he need it.
I'll give you the nod. Ready to fire.
So,
Any sense of aggression from
do
anybody?
you have a card or something where I can
I
cash
think-
in this free drink? Or
I
something?
think you're missing an opportunity for some, perhaps, entertainment for the evening. It'll only take 10-15 minutes. I'm sure you can spare me that.
I don't think
Why would that be?
you're needing to worry about me. Because, well, on the way up, I noticed a fellow who wasn't doing too well.
Mm-hmm.
He had a peg leg, big bushy beard, and looked like he was running from something. I offered him a hand, but he's gone now. He went down that way.
So I've just got a quick question for you.
Yeah.
What's a fiend doing here?
Fiend? I don't know what you're on about.
You're a fiend.
I'm not a fiend. What's a fiend?
You are a fiend.
I ain't a fiend.
Okay.
No, you are.
I'm a devil. You're a fiend.
I am offended by
You
that.
don't look like a devil to me, and neither do I. I just look like a giant
You
fiend.
look like a fiend.
Do I look like a fiend?
Yes, and you are a fiend.
Those are some serious
It's not an
accusations.
accusation, it's the truth.
Is it now?
It is. So why don't you come back and we will discuss it? Fiend to devil.
Cool. Well, I'm gonna take my.
Or shall I just
proverbial
make
card.
you?
Ooh. You're gonna make me. His voice goes deeper.
I want to wander up to within 10 foot of Mac by this point.
So I'm ready to fire. Any sense of aggression from either side, I'm firing.
So, Dave, you don't notice this, but you guys. So basically everyone but Dave, make perception checks.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
No.
14.
How close are we to the end? Shall I use my last lucky? I'm going to use my last lucky.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
20.
15.
22.
22. Okay then, so you hear immediately a familiar voice going, "Help me!"
Do I recognise it
It's
as
that voice.
Sherman?
You bet it's him. Please.
I will run over in that direction. My friend's hurt, so I'll be back. And I start running in the direction that I heard.
Gotcha. So you start running along.
As soon as I see him, do I have to be in melee range to cast heal on him?
Okay, defensive shield.
You
No,
do
heal.
healing word. No, heal is touch.
60 feet.
What is it?
So when I can see him, I will cast a level 6 heal on him.
So
The actual
when you
heal.
see him,
Yeah.
so it takes you a little bit to get to him, like about 80 feet
Okay.
to get to him.
Yeah.
In the meantime, what are you guys doing? The rest of you guys. So anyone who got higher
I've moved
than
up to back
15
Mac up and
has
I'm
heard
10
that
foot away
scream
from him. Yeah.
and knows why Farron's gone to run up and aid him.
I said I'm just holding my action. I'll hide where I'm in cover, but I'm waiting my own action to see if any extra aggression, and I'm firing. As simple as that.
I'm going to say Infernal. So who's the fiend then, friend?
Why is your friend talking gibberish? He's your friend, right?
You can understand him.
No, I can't. I don't know what you're trying to imply, but
You're a fiend.
I don't want to be any part of it. And you
You're a
keep
fiend.
calling me a fiend.
You are a fiend.
I ain't a fiend.
Do you know how we know?
How do you know I'm a fiend?
Because he can tell.
Yes, old boy.
That man that's talking in gibberish
Yeah.
can tell.
Okay, I'm going to see if he winces when I sing-song voice in Celestial. I know what you are, you fiend, in Celestial. So.
Wow, that's a pleasure too. It's a shame you can't understand it. And what's your point? You bring some clown over here that talks in nonsense, and you accuse me, an honest singing man, low on crackers.
I'd like to incite that.
Cool.
I'm rubbish at insights.
Don't let him sweet talk you, Mac. He's fiendishly good at tricking people. He's a fiend, you know.
I think that's what he's
Is that guidance?
Yeah. An advantage, hopefully.
I don't think he's supposed to.
Well, you're trying to win insight in,
Yeah.
so you're attempting a skill check, and I'm
The colossal
and I'm
mound
giving you
of
words of
flesh
advice
gives
to
you
not
an
speak
ever
you.
widening grin.
You see, look
You
at the
need
teeth.
advantage.
Just stare at the teeth. You'll see what I mean.
Is it advantage or not? I don't know. Seamus have to tell me.
Just in cat.
Unless you're helping him.
Well, I'm
Okay,
trying
yeah.
to say, don't get sucked in. He's a fiend. He's
Well,
good at lying.
I'll
He's
say
got
that's
advantage,
perfect.
yeah, help out.
It's
Ooh la
pretty
la.
awful. It's
Yeah,
pretty
sure.
awful.
I am so rubbish.
Sorry.
That's 9 on the rolls.
I think it's 9 in total.
Oh wow.
No, 10!
So he looks at you very confident, and he almost looks at you mockingly that you're accusing him of something he's not. And he fully believes what he's saying, and then from what you can tell, and he just gives you a wink, and then he turns around. Well, I'm going to be on my way.
How long have you been talking?
We've been talking to him for about a minute.
Happy days.
Oh,
Please tell me. Please tell me.
information.
Exactly 1 minute. How convenient.
That was really lucky.
Maybe 54 seconds. Shit.
I would have made him talk for longer.
No. He's been running his mouth a long time,
Yeah.
so I'll say definitely a minute.
So I would
As he
like to
does.
know his hit points compared to mine. Less or more? More.
You got 158, yeah?
Yes, I have.
More, okay.
Does that give you a clue on
I
your
would like to
insight?
know his AC compared to mine.
Less.
Okay, so we can take it.
We can take it.
You might not need that AC though.
He might not need the AC, but I'm just thinking.
It's all I do like.
What did you do with our friend?
I gave him, well, more or less sold something to him. He gave me these 5 krakens for it. He holds them between his fingers. His chubby
5?
fingers.
I
We
didn't
had
give
no
him
krakens a
krakens.
minute ago.
Oh,
said
no,
he
he
got
wouldn't have
krakens.
given you the thing without the krakens.
He just
He didn't give you
Oh, I
krakens.
gave
Oh,
you
he gave
gold.
me gold,
Bag
yeah.
of gold.
He holds a
Like-
bag of gold, yeah. He gave me this bag of gold.
And is that fair exchange?
I'd say so. You know what that does?
No.
It makes a dinosaur pop out. Larger than you, larger than I. And between 2 weeks, it'll aid as your bodyguard, your waiter, whatever you want.
And then he'll turn on him and kill him and he'll suck his
No,
soul up, obviously.
No,
You're not fooling me, old boy! I know you're pretty wicked!
I can barely understand the thing he's saying when he talks in common.
It is common, yes.
Now, if you don't believe me, try it out. I assure you, you won't be disappointed.
I don't believe him at all. I really don't.
So what are you saying, Sid?
I think he's a scoundrel.
And what do
You
you do
can
to
say
scoundrels?
what you want about me,
And
but
what
I'll
do we-
tell you this, that item that I gave to your little pal works just fine.
Until what, exactly? Until you decide it doesn't and then it turns on us?
Well, it'll work every
Oh, come on,
2
don't
weeks.
deny it. Just admit it. Just take pride in your work. You just say, yes, I am that
I'll
fiend
have
that
you
done
know,
that.
I'll have you know that I do take great pride in my work as an honest salesman who sells these small
Before
dinosaurs.
anything else happens, I'm finding my friend. If
Yeah,
there's a
we're
combat-
stalling for
If there's a
Farron.
combat, I'm not helping.
Cool then. So,
Yeah.
me-
So, I can see there's going to be something happen. I'm not helping, okay?
so
just to be clear.
in the meantime,
Yeah. I cast heal. You can go back
so you
to
cast,
the others.
so you see him, you
Yeah.
cast heal,
Yeah.
and he looks like his leg's gone,
Okay.
his peg leg.
I cast regenerate on him then.
No, it's peg leg.
Peg leg.
It's gone.
Oh.
Peg leg.
He grows back a peg leg. Nice one.
You grow back a real leg.
Good job! He grows a real boy leg.
That's going to be like that.
Let's go. Yeah.
Let's go.
I think that's how it works. I'll get back
Right.
to you.
I think it does, yeah.
You can go to the other ones. I'm not.
But now, you cast heal on him and he goes, it's him. It's the one.
I know.
I wish he was. I wish me crew were around. I don't know if he's taken
Is
us.
he the one that killed your crew?
Yeah, I think he was. I think he took me crew. He did, and this.
We'll stretch it out till 10.
This is when
He
Dad...
cleans up and he goes. I saw him.
I don't want to do it.
He rears up to you, and he's
I take
croaking,
his hand.
and then you see what looks like the tooth of some giant monster go straight through his chest.
From below.
Not from below, from the front. So it looks like
Is
it's
it
piercing
from
through the back.
underground though? Like he's lying down, I guess, or is he standing up?
He's like on his way to stand up, but then diagonally like through,
Yeah.
he gets stabbed, and then he goes.
No. Sherman, hold on.
He's pulled, so you may have to make like either an athletics or an acrobatics to grab him.
Sherman! I've only known you for an hour, but
That's
I.
not happening.
No, it's not. No. That is a 8.
Right.
Sherman!
So he is
Does number see any of this?
yanked. No, he's focusing on Tom.
Okay.
He yanked into the darkness,
So not through the
not
boards.
through the ground. Like whoosh. He goes across like several buildings.
Okay. So I.
He looks like he's tethered to a rope.
I message you,
You done the right sound?
Yeah, do. My friend's been attacked. I'll find you later.
Yeah, we can use some help here, I think, old boy.
Don't fight the big guy. And I told you that before you went. So if you do it, then it's on you.
You told who?
I told you directly. I said don't fight him. To as we walked out.
We didn't know
I
that.
didn't hear that.
Well, I said it to. No, because I said it to Connor when we all left. Yeah, I did.
Yeah, you did say it.
Nobody did. Nobody listens to Farrah.
No, I don't care. You can do one.
You did actually say it when you split off from us to go after the perception check you did when you said, I'm going, yeah.
Well, either way,
Yeah, you did.
and then you can do my thing next week because I'm not bothered, but I think people want to roll some dice.
Exactly.
So.
Oh yeah.
It's 10 o'clock.
That's what we start there.
It's 10
And then,
o'clock, it's the start.
the guy smirks at you with a Cheshire cat-esque grin, and he goes, "So, what are you accusing me of? Being a salesman? I'm not a thief. All I want is to be on my way. I don't want any trouble."
I'm looking at you.
I'm just looking at you.
I'm going to shrug my shoulders.
I'm looking at you.
I assure you, you don't want any trouble.
You
don't know us at
Bailey's
all.
really frustrated.
I tell you
She
what,
just
old
really
boy.
wants to pull a trigger.
I tell you what, old boy, you just give that bag of gold back and you just hand that back and I think
It's
this
alright,
thing
it's
will be...
alright, you can keep it.
Okay, I don't
See,
think
I
any good
don't
will
think there's
come
a
of this.
problem here. He's clearly a satisfied customer, and I a satisfied salesman.
Let's do it.
So
You wanna
what's
do it.
the?
You've already got the dice.
You got 2 D20s a minute. I don't want to.
I assure
And I'm
you,
sitting
all
with
I
two
want is to be on my way. No
I
trouble.
want to see you get slapped.
By the
by
way,
a
old boy,
catfish.
do you know who's been doing all the murders round here? A good salesman would have his ear to the ground, wouldn't he? You know what's going on, I'm guessing.
You bet I know what's going on.
Well, what's going on then, old boy?
It's no problem of mine, is it?
Well, I don't know. I mean, it's got to be bad for business if all your customers are getting killed by some other
I
thief. I mean, by
assure you.
somebody, you know.
I
Good for
assure
our
you,
business.
my customers aren't affected by that.
There must
Now,
be another minute now.
Oh,
now
oh,
then.
I'd like to know your con score compared to mine. Then 16, okay. Your strength score compared to mine.
Do what you want to do.
No, I'm looking at Sid.
Yeah,
He turns around
Take him back.
and he gives you like a little curtsy with his hat, and then he turns around and he
I'll
starts
step in
walking
front of
away.
him.
He walks around you.
I'll step in front of him.
Now this is just plain rude.
You were the rude one.
I'm not the rude
Not
one.
accepting my hospitality.
It is my right to say no.
And it's my
yes.
right to stand where I want.
It's your right to get in my way, is it?
I'm just standing.
Right. Well, if you're standing, I'm gonna go over here.
And I should step in front of him.
Yeah, and I'll go around and stand next to Mac. Yeah, is it okay if I stand here, Mac, old boy?
I might just let things go.
Yeah, just.
I think I might just let things go because there looks like some sense of aggression. To be honest, someone's got to do something.
Oh, he's
Right, I fire a crossbow bolt. 21 on a hit.
Okay then.
That's
so
initiative, though,
That's
isn't
right.
it?
it's not gonna be initiative.
That's next
Oh.
week.
Well, that's next week.
Essentially, I'll tell you a combination of what's
we
gonna
will
happen.
stop there and then we'll
So,
go.
picture this. We'll go briefly back to Farron as he's chasing after this. This
Sorry, I'd like to transform and do it, so I'm not sure what I want to do. So could just
Yeah,
miss
we'll
me out
see.
to next week or
I mean,
I'll
it's
be a
more.
bird
Just,
or
I'll just say
something.
that you're chasing him.
Oh, yeah.
So
Be a wolf,
you chase along the street and you see your friend get pulled directly into the singular hand of. Looks like the silhouette of something. You see two blue eyes. One of them, the left eye, seems to be ever so slightly drenched in purple and violet. It looks like it's a
inside the
mouse.
eye or like
It's
on
like
coating
it's like inside the
Okay,
eye.
yeah, yeah.
As you see the form of a bald man covered in scars, black and tall-cast skin, with the jaws of a slain shark around his collarbone,
Okay.
and that's where we'll leave your section.
Sure, okay.
In the meantime,
Okay.
the massive hulking form gets stabbed through by an arrow, and
In
he
his
doesn't
back.
even flinch. He just goes. So troubles you want. And then he opens his mouth and swallows you whole.
Oh, let's fucking. Oh, sorry.
What?
He swallows me whole.
Swallows you
No
whole.
test.
I forgot we were filming.
End of session.
Oh crap! I don't even get to roll damage.
Well, you can roll damage next session.
All right. Okay.
I'm not drowning.
That's what I think at the end of the session we've actually found our bad guy.
It's like a hug.
I'm not drowning
It's
at
melee,
least.
yeah.
What's that?
I'm not drowning at least.
Well, yeah, I think we found our bad guy. I
You
think
don't
you're
have
the
to
one to
redo,
be.
yeah.
No, I'm good. He can go where he likes. I should be attacking him from within though.
Well, you guys, one of you're
Good
just
one.
standing around pushing his numbers. Someone's going to sort of second. But we knew it was going to end.
Well,
like that.
I'm going to make a new stat block.
Okay.
2 codes.
Done.
All right.
Oh, wow.
That was
Okay.
fun.
That was actually quite cool.
Thank you,
Anyway.
guys.
Yeah, it was so
I
good.
enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I like the
Like
character.
a
I do like
combat.
the character. I love the character. Sounds interesting. It's very intriguing. Oh.
Yeah, I mean, he really didn't want any
He
trouble.
was punching buttons because you would just want to. You both do that.
Yeah, you
Do
guys
know,
were looking
if
for
we were an
a
hour
fight.
earlier, if we were an hour earlier, you'd
It's
both
a
be going
fiend.
Leicester City, weren't you?
I mean, I enjoyed the roleplay element.
But I'm saying,
is,
if we were an hour earlier,
that's become my favourite.
one of you would have swung a hammer at him an hour earlier than thinking the session would still go, wouldn't you?
Well, I was trying to stall for Farron to get back.
Yeah. Well, I thought Farron was coming back as soon as his mate got pushed away.
I'm not
I told you
displeased.
I wasn't coming. Yeah.
As soon as
Yeah,
your mate
I
got
know,
pushed,
but
I
I'm
thought you were
stalling,
turning
yeah.
around and coming back.
Sherman!
Sherman brown bread, he's off. Oh man. Oh, it's great.